Good times, man.
It was wonderful.
for it,
The best of times, it was the worst of times.
It was mostly the worst of times, but
No regrets, bro. No regrets.
no regrets. Just walk that shit off.
No
And just
regrets. Not even one letter.
Just day drink, dude. That's all
Just
you
walk like 12 miles and day drink. You'll be fine.
Mhm.
Oh, we are
Just pound that Picari sweat.
we are live, but we're dropping frames. We'll have to live with it.
It's a podcast. Why do frames matter, Sam?
You're right. Actually, even when I'm lagging, people tell me the
doesn't
audio
matter.
is fine, but the video is like bad. So I guess you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Just close your
okay
eyes.
on my end.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we're fine, Sam. We're fine.
Fine. You know, just dropping all my frames right now, 25% to 30%. All right.
I should open up the stream as well, so you can have a total of 3 viewers.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Fewer of
Yeah.
ourselves.
So-
Oh my goodness, why is it still lag? Let me exit out Steam. Ooh.
Doesn't say how many viewers you have right now.
It
it
takes
says for
it
0
lags. It lags a little bit.
Yeah, it takes a bit.
Takes like a minute or two.
Oh, it just said you went live.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, why is it? I'm tired of my internet. God dang it. Okay. I might have to close my alerts. I'm sorry to these people, but
This is your phone data.
Just
yeah.
drill a hole in the floor right now, Sam.
Yeah, just that might work better. Alright, I closed one guy's lurk and it seems to be stabilizing. Alright. What can you do, right? What can you do?
What can you do?
Absolutely nothing. Alright, well, we'll go. This, I can't believe it, but this is the 5th episode of the Badcast. We'll be talking about John Wick 3. That's right, John Wick 3 Parabellum.
Hell yeah.
One of the best action movies I've seen. Oh, we'll have a simple rating scale. Better than Suicide Squad or worse? And that'll be our scale.
I don't know that that's a scale. I think that's just comparing against 0.
Yeah, pretty much.
A scale of 0 to 10.
On a scale of 0 to 10, is it not 0? It was not a 0
I
for
mean,
me.
I gave it a 1. I gave it a 1.
Oh,
So
oh, 1.
to be fair,
Dang, okay.
it was not completely devoid of value. But yeah, John Wick, man.
John Wick, yeah.
We've all seen it, right?
Yep, I've seen it. I used my credit card and accumulated debt, just so that I didn't have to get Isaiah Skull candies. I mean, they're sold out, so they're kind of hard to get, and I want to pay full price for those, you know? It's like paying full price for garbage. Actually, overpaying for garbage. Anyways.
Shall we start with the news?
I mean, I guess. What news? Oh, I wanted to talk about the trailers that came with the John Wick movie. Do you remember the trailers for when you watched it, Barry? Isaiah doesn't remember because he blacked it out of memory.
I don't remember. I don't pay much attention to trailers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, there was
a trailer for Dark Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That looked pretty bad.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad.
It's not great.
It was It Chapter 2 for me.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then, I forgot the name of the movie, but it starred generic soldier guy from Suicide Squad. Uh-oh.
Generic soldier guy.
Yeah. Rick Flag. Oh, hold on. I'm lagging quite a bit. Give me a second. I'm hitting 0. Okay, let's close all of my lyrics.
Yeah, the trailer for
Okay,
It 2 is pretty hype. I'm cautiously excited. The first one was very well. The remake was really nice.
It?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't watch it. You recommend watching it?
I mean, it's not without flaws, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's like a non-spoiler quick review for me. It was less like a horror movie and more like Stand By Me with a Clown.
Okay. Okay, you wanna you wanna expand on that or?
I mean, it's
No,
just
don't expand. Don't expand.
just
Leave it
that's
there.
my review. That's
Okay.
my review. There we go.
I need to know more. You piqued my curiosity.
I mean, if you see it around streaming, or if you can grab it for rent or from the library or something, it's pretty good.
Okay.
As far as remakes go, it's very nice.
Very nice. All right. Better than Suicide Squad or worse?
Yeah, I'd say better. I'd probably give it like a solid 7 or 8 out of 10.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean the scary parts are generally pretty good. There's like a couple jump scares. The general way they film the horror could be done a little, like the sound editing could be done a little bit better, I think. But overall, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The child actors are pretty fantastic,
Awesome, dude.
Oh,
which is usually the most worrisome thing when you go to watch a movie like this.
I hate child
younger
actors.
They all do great.
That's good to hear.
That's like the best thing you can say about this movie is the child actors don't suck.
Okay.
wow. High praise.
High praise. High
Yeah.
praise. All right. If you're done with that movie, I still don't understand what you mean by Stand By Me with the Clown. I don't know. The other movie that was in the previews was The Informer. So this is the movie with generic soldier guy Rick Flag as the main character. He's going in as a narc. He's an informer, and then things go bad, so he has to kill everyone. Right? That's the movie. I don't know how this got made. I don't know why it's airing, but it exists, and it was in the previous for John Wick. So apparently, people who watch John Wick have terrible taste in movies. That's what I'm getting from this preview here.
I mean, they're tapping into like the 12 through 38 action junkie crowd.
Yeah, totally. I could tell that I was being targeted with ads when I saw this. It was like It 2 was a little out of place, and then this one, and then Russian Lady Spy movie. I forgot the name of the title. I thought it was Nikita, but
Hannah?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Not
Hannah?
I don't think it was Hannah. Was it
Just
Hannah?
some name.
It was just a name.
Oh yeah, there was Hannah, right?
There was a Hannah, but
It's like Black Widow the movie starring not Black Widow.
Exactly. Yep. It was a Russian spy
but
lady.
The people who did Atomic Blonde, right?
Yeah, Atomic Blonde. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
the fight choreography in that movie is actually incredible. Like they did a good job. And the stunt actress who did that, she's actually really good. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find.
Yeah, it's a good point. The trailer looked like exactly the same as the one for Atomic Blonde.
Yeah. It's the same movie.
It's like John Wick, right? It's just the same people.
Yeah.
From the Matrix.
Yeah.
Except it's not Charlize Theron, so.
You're right. There's like a bunch of movies like that. Lucy with Scarlett Johansson. You know, those movies are a dime a dozen. Red Sparrow with Jennifer Lawrence.
Right.
Yeah.
They've all been modestly successful to crap.
In terms of like making money or like
in terms
reviews?
Of both.
Okay.
I haven't watched enough of them to give.
Yeah, nor have I.
On that.
Yeah, if you want to know the plot keywords for Atomic Blonde, there are short skirt, bare breasts, thigh-high boots, mini skirt, topless female, nudity. So I can see what kind of crowd watched this movie.
Great.
Came for the bobs. But yeah, I was just thinking about it, and I was, just talking to Isaiah about this earlier, but like, you brought up a very good point about movies being made to make money, and if it makes money, then it'll be made. So like, apparently action movies make enough money where they can make all this garbage, and I think there's still room for like artistic vision and merit if you kind of package it as an action movie starring like people with box office draw. You know, like put some big names in there, and then you just sneak in an actual like good movie. But to the investors, you're like, it's action. It stars Keanu Reeves. All right, sold. And then you just make a good movie.
I mean, look at the Transformers movies, right?
What?
Exactly.
Look at the Transformers movies.
Yeah, Transformers. Oh yeah, hey, masterpiece. I don't know what you're talking about.
85 right now.
I don't know. They tried the Bumblebee thing. Who knows?
Bumblebee
As long
tuna.
as they make money, they will continue to be made.
Yeah.
Like all of the Rock's movies, nobody can accuse those of being great cinema.
Hey, the Tooth Fairy was a masterpiece. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. It's 100% on Rotten Tomato.
I have nothing bad to say about his movies. They're exactly the movie that they set out to make. There's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
Nothing more.
Like I watched Skyscraper in theaters, man. It was like
why? Wow. Why? You're part of the problem, Barry. Giving them money.
I don't know. I was with some friends who were like, "What can we do? What's in theaters? Oh, there's this Rock movie. I bet it's terrible. Let's go watch it."
Of like giving weapons to militias in order to overthrow their governments. You're giving money to the companies that will make more of these movies.
It was dude, I invite you to watch that movie.
Skyscraper?
Honestly.
And then terrorist cells are created and they come to take the American government down. And you're like, but how did this happen? People like Barry, man, giving money.
Yeah.
To Skyscraper.
dude, watch this movie and then come back to me with your thoughts on it.
All right.
There are a couple things I would love to point out and see if anyone noticed.
Wait, is this like next week's podcast then? We're watching Skyscraper?
I mean, if you want, it can be like a quick 5-minute note because that's about all you need to say about this movie.
Okay, 5-minute podcast. Here we go.
It's like a 5-minute prequel to the podcast because there's really nothing to this movie. It was entertaining.
Okay.
But there's some things that I would love to hear your opinions on.
All right, I'll watch it then.
Maybe I'll watch it for the memes.
Yeah, I'll watch it for the memes. All right, that's settled.
You could probably play it on like 4x speed and lose nothing.
It's just him hanging on a skyscraper for like an hour, and then he falls off, and then hangs on another skyscraper. That's like the poster. He's literally hanging on a skyscraper with one hand, and the city's on fire for some reason.
Yeah, it's like Die Hard.
Dude,
right?
Die Hard is good though.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, you are.
Watch your words, man. Die Hard
Yeah,
is
well,
a
you better
masterpiece.
watch your words there. Die Hard is cannot be touched. Man.
Dang.
Yeah, Die
Is
Hard.
Die Hard
Yeah.
Christmas movie? Yes or no?
Yes, it is a Christmas movie. Heck yeah,
Yes, I
best
agree.
Christmas movie ever made.
Die Hard?
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually watch The Fifth Element
Oh, Fifth Element is
As a
awesome
Christmas
too.
movie?
as a Christmas movie.
I don't know about a Christmas movie, but it's a great
Die Hard.
movie. Wait, is there like Christmas themes in it?
It's about
Yeah.
the power of Christmas.
Okay, I'll have to rewatch that because
is a light that will save life in the universe.
I totally missed that, so I'm gonna have to watch it again. I think I have it on Blu-ray. I gotta check.
It's like 4 layers deep, Sam. You only went to layer 2.
You're right. It's like an onion, except all the layers are the same.
correct.
So, you know.
Yeah, you went plot synopsis, and you looked at the characters, and you stopped. You have to look at
Yeah.
the themes of geopolitical structure, and then
Okay.
you have to go layer deeper and see how it's like a self-referential, like parody, satirizing like other action movies.
Oh, that part I got. Yeah.
Classical
Yeah, I
theme.
got that part.
Yeah.
And then you go another layer deeper, and you're like, actually, it's none of those things.
It's about Christmas.
It's about family.
It's about family. Okay.
No, family.
Okay. It always goes
This is
back
the
to
Fast and
family.
Furious movies.
Yeah, Fast and Furious. It's about family.
Ah,
All right, yeah, I think I just want to talk about the previews because I thought it was interesting. Where other than it, which apparently is decent according to Barry, but the Informer, that's not gonna be good. You already know it has generic soldier guy Rick Flag as a main star. So when you think about that, he's the main attraction.
it's really weird that it was a trailer for this movie, because all the other ones were like dumb action movies, which is
Yeah.
fine. But it was not a dumb movie.
Oh,
It was not a dumb movie at
But
all.
it had such wide appeal, though. It's like
It was
so many
re-
people want to watch it.
It was,
I guess.
like weirdly, yeah. I like never understood why it's such a broad appeal, but like the movie itself was not like.
I think it was because of memes. Like literally, there were so many memes about it when it first came out.
yeah.
I feel like
Oh.
that helped lead to an influx of people watching the movie in theaters. Yeah,
The clown.
The
the
clown.
clout effect, dude. The clout effect.
Maybe the clown traumatized so many people that they have to go back and deal with this trauma in movie form now.
That's the plot of it too, apparently. They go
Yeah,
back.
that's how it is. That's how the
It's in the
books are
book?
structured, and it's how the original TV series was structured as well.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
interesting.
Interesting.
Didn't
So
know
it's a remake then.
Oh man, don't ever go back and watch that TV show, guys. That
Why?
TV movie. It's real bad. It's real bad.
Oh, dude. You know what movie we should watch for next week's podcast? Mortal
What?
Kombat.
No.
Anyone with me on this one?
No, I'm not with you on this one.
Let's do
The
it.
movie or the TV show?
The
'Cause I actually
movie.
watched the TV show.
I watched the TV show as well, and I thought there were some hot girls in it when I was young. That's the only reason I watched it.
I don't remember anything about the show. I remember literally nothing.
Yeah, I remember there
Just
being
the
a hot
fact that I
chicks,
watched it.
and nothing happened. And I think there was
Truly exciting.
Shane
Riveting
Sung was
content.
in there. I think he stole people's souls.
He did. That was his thing.
That was his
Your
thing.
soul is mine.
Your soul is mine. Fool, you fool.
They're doing a
yeah.
They're doing a Street Fighter movie as well coming up.
Oh, a new one? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, a new one.
Yeah.
Starring a couple. There's going to be a couple MMA fighters in it. I don't remember
Is
the
Jackie
cast.
Chan gonna be in it?
I don't know.
Who would Jackie Chan even play? Ryu? He's Ryu?
God.
Dude, Jackie
don't
Chan
know.
as Ryu would be funny. Like old Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Talented fighters.
Yeah.
Because that would make the movie amazing.
Well, they have real MMA fighters. They have this guy. Oh, I don't remember his name, but he looks like a living Ken doll, and he fights MMA, or he fought MMA. And I don't know if he's gonna continue because he recently got his face literally broken in by a guy. I don't know how that's gonna affect his screen presence, having a broken face.
How about we watch the original Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Oh gosh.
Just
Legend.
throwing ideas out there. Wait, Ming-Na Wen was in there.
Ming-Na Wen was in there?
Yeah, what the? Who?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember the movie. I just remember Bison doing the Psycho Drive, and that's the whole movie. That's all I remember.
For you,
She
this
was
the day that you met
Chun-Li.
M. Bison. For
M.
me,
Bison.
Is Chun-Li?
Tuesday.
She was Chun-Li. I'm just saying, like we should cover these masterpieces of cinema.
Was this the Legend of Chun-Li?
Wow, she was.
No, Legend of Chun-Li was the girl from Smallville.
Oh, Kristen
Holy,
Crook.
she was so fit back then. What the hell?
Sure.
Bro, she had arms back then, dude.
She's still pretty fit for
yeah,
her
but
age.
she was like actually crazy fit. Holy.
But she doesn't have the thunder thighs, You need those.
The thunder thighs.
Yeah. She's thick.
True.
Yeah, it's true. You can't like crush someone's head in between the thighs. It's not Chun-Li. Alright, I'll take that as a no-go for Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe we can spend a day going through all these old crappy video game movies like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers, heck
Mario
yeah! I
Brothers.
still have not seen it to this day.
I have not seen it either.
I haven't either.
I heard it's legendary.
It's like incredible bad.
Yeah, we should do it.
Bad.
We should do it.
You could make it like a trifecta movie going experience.
But we could do like where we compare the old movies to remakes, like RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yeah, RoboCop,
my
original versus new one. Judge Dredd. Jumanji. I heard the new Jumanji's not bad.
Actually, I like old Jumanji.
You like
It's a Rock movie, dude.
Yeah, I know. The Rock makes decent films for the family. Family
It's The
viewing.
Rock,
Jack Black, yeah.
Karen Gillan.
Okay, I actually like Jack Black in that movie.
Jack Black is amazing in that movie.
I gotta watch it.
Jack Black is actually so talented, dude. School of Rock, Jack Black.
School of Rock is an amazing movie.
Legend.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nacho Libre,
Jack Black,
yeah. Okay, I guess we're doing
And
skyscraper.
Jack Black, legend.
Hey, I liked him in Goosebumps. It was decent. No? Okay.
Cool in Goosebumps.
Jack Black in Goosebumps?
Was he in?
I don't think I watched it.
Right? It was in the airplane. It was free. That's why I watched it.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, he wasn't the star. He should have been the star. It was R.L. Stein. Yeah. Except they made these dumb kids to star. I'm like, I don't care about them. It's all about Jack Black.
Wait, going back to the trailer thing.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that one movie where it was Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, being like, "I'm gonna find these cop killers." You're the one that they send to go get the cop killers. You kill cop killers. I was like, what is this movie, man?
It's the movie's name is like a number or something, like 52 or something.
Wasn't there like 21?
21 Bridges?
Yeah, however many bridges there are in New York.
The Five Bloods. Yeah, those are the only movies. He's in a movie called Yasuke, which sounds very Japanese. What is that?
You know what's really sad? Chadwick Boseman's actually an incredible actor, and he's done some other amazing films.
Yeah.
But all people know him by is Black Panther.
Yeah. It's the most popular one,
Yeah, but when you have such a good career like he does, I think that's just sad.
Okay. This is his latest movie, by the way. Tell me what you think of the synopsis. It's called Yasuke. The true story of a 16th century warrior, Yasuke, in his quest for redemption and honor. Yasuke, the only known samurai of African origin, becomes entrenched in a struggle for control of feudal Japan. What?
It actually seems interesting. That's a wild story.
What is this?
So it's like The Last Samurai with a black guy?
Exactly, The Last Samurai with the black guy.
That's incredible.
He meets Oda Nobunaga. Yeah.
Yeah, like he played Jackie Robinson in 42. Bro.
Oh, okay.
Message from the king.
He has
Okay, he was in Gods of Egypt. That's pretty bad.
You're right. Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, to get the roles that you want. You gotta play the crap roles.
Yep, 21 Bridges. Oh, also Marshall was a really good biopic too.
Who's that about? What's that about?
It's about a lawyer. The story of Thurgood Marshall, the crusading lawyer who became the first African-American Supreme Court justice as he battles through one of his career-defining cases.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, he looks different in that movie.
Not like Black Panther?
Yeah, where's Black Panther?
What impresses me is
Black Panther bod.
Something, right?
Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What this reminds me
41.
of?
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley.
Dude, Jeremy Renner's almost 50.
Wow.
They old, dude.
Looking good for 50, though.
Yeah.
Ben Kingsley as Gandhi. That's my that's my favorite.
Ever made.
best acting ever done.
The Mandarin.
The Mandarin. I was like, you wasted a great actor. I mean, I guess it's it's his fault for taking all these garbage movies, but I think he's a fantastic actor.
No, he's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like What's the other guy? The guy who played the villain in Fifth Element.
The guy who played the villain
Yeah.
in Fifth Element.
You know who I'm talking about? I forgot his name.
Oh, the chameleon. He was also Dracula and Commissioner Gordon.
Yes. Commissioner Gold.
John
Commissioner
Baptiste
Gordon.
Emmanuel Zorg.
Why do I not
Gary
remember his name?
Oldman. There we go. Gary Oldman. Fantastic.
Yeah, Gary Oldman's super talented.
Yeah. Wide range, but he gets typecast now that he's older. As like the old guy.
No, he doesn't.
Really?
Really? I don't think so.
I didn't see
Sirius
him.
Black.
The latest movie that I saw with him in it was Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. And I think he did a pretty good job, but I felt like there was a little bit of a...
Oh,
yeah?
Did you guys watch Darkest Hour?
No. What is... Oh,
Where he
Winston
plays
Churchill? That's Gary
Yeah,
Oldman?
it's actually extremely well done. Yeah, I highly recommend. It won quite a few awards. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I liked it a lot more than Dunkirk.
Really?
Which came out at roughly the same time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, we got
It
Drew
won
in
2
chat.
Oscars.
What is up, Drew?
Oh, what's up?
Doing a podcast here. What I say I'm Barry.
He won a...
Yeah?
Gary Oldman won Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role. He won an Oscar for... yeah.
But Gary
Darkest
Oldman
Hour.
won an Oscar?
Oscar, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
For Darkest Hour.
He deserves
I highly
one.
recommend. It's
Yeah,
a great biopic.
Gotcha. Okay. Drew said, not much. Said, what's up, Drew? Said, not much. Oh. I think we can't be friends with Drew because he says Suicide Squad wasn't that bad. We're gonna turn this into a Suicide Squad podcast again, just trash on Suicide Squad. It was literally one of the worst movies. Okay. I have not seen Man of Steel. Barry, do you remember Man of Steel at all? Or Isaiah?
I have.
Is it worse than Suicide Squad or better?
No,
it's better. It's better.
It's better? Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I watched Man of Steel and I just remember the movie being boring, but not like terrible.
Not like that. It's just not that great.
Yeah, it was just like nothing happens.
Suicide Squad bad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. It's definitely one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Yeah. Okay, alright. Here's the main point that I can't like. There's a lot of things we can go into, but mainly I felt like the movie contradicted itself. So like the way that I see movies or anything is they create their own world with its own logic. And as long as the world follows the logic that it sets out to some degree, I'm okay with it, no matter how crappy that logic is. In Suicide Squad, they can't even follow their own logic. So there's a scene where Waller gets shot down in the helicopter because for some reason, instead of going up in the air, she goes straight down the building, shooting flares out even though there's no one shooting at them. And then Tentacle Man just brings the helicopter down. And then, later, Waller's talking about these putties. Barry described them as putties from Power Rangers. I was like, that's brilliant because that's exactly what they are. And then
that's exactly what they are.
It is. And then she was saying like these things can take a shot to the head and keep fighting. And throughout the entire movie, you just look at them and they die. Just like Harley Quinn was beating them up with a baseball bat and putties died. And I was like, bro, why is Waller so stupid? Can't she see that they're dying left and right? So I was like, actually these guys are kind of worse than regular soldiers if you ask me. Because they're so dumb and they die so fast. I was like, she did a mistake. And she has to make out with all of them, the wizard lady, to turn them into putties. At a certain point, I figured she would want to stop doing that. What if they don't brush their teeth or something? Or, they got, cold sores on. You don't want to make out with that. It's kind of weird then. She's got a lot of germs in there.
This is where your mind goes?
Yeah, that's why she's green. It's just gingivitis like spreading out and she's turning things green. And she's wiggling her arms because like it's affecting her brain. Would I? Yeah, I totally make out with the wizard lady. She's pretty cute. Gingivitis or no? But yeah, sorry. You should rewatch our episode, dude. We could have gone longer, but we cut it back a little bit because it was too much bad with that movie. Too much. Sorry, we're dragging out. Shall we go into John Wick 3, our main feature, before Barry passes out and dies? Because Barry doesn't sound in good health right now. We can make this a short one.
Night.
Very rough night.
Get home last night, bro.
Yeah.
You mean this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning.
I got home at like 10.
That's rough.
Holy hell.
Only a few hours of sleep.
It was not pleasant.
That's probably around the time I went to sleep.
10 a.m.
Actually, I think I went to sleep earlier than you.
Yeah.
Well, because time in Japan is different.
It's 8 p.m. right?
I don't know.
Anyways,
It's like GMT plus 11, I think.
GMT plus 11. Gotcha. Oh, Drew. I saw you stream Oblivion yesterday, and you were killing it, dude. I think at one point you were at like 10 views or something, Drew. Had a professional Oblivion streamer here. Yeah. Haven't seen John Wick. Well, we're gonna spoil everything, so you might wanna, leave if you don't want to spoil it. Yeah. It's a great movie, dude. I highly recommend it. Pretty violent. So if you have little kids, I recommend not bringing them, because Isaiah, why don't you tell the story and then I'll tell the story. Yeah.
So like 2 seats to my left, there's the dad, and then on his left, there's his kid. And the kid's just, having fun playing on his iPad. And the movie starts, and we're just watching, it's fine. And then the one scene where the guy, the knife in the eye, it's like, oh my god. And the kid's just laughing. The kid's laughing in the middle of it. And I'm just looking over like, oh god, this kid's a serial killer.
Yeah, he's gonna go be a serial killer. There's another.
Dude, this is what kids need, is horrific violence in their life.
I guess
that's what every young child needs. This is what I grew up on, and I'm mostly okay.
You're mostly okay. Keyword mostly.
I watched like RoboCop when I was like, I don't know,
dude,
5.
I watched RoboCop. I watched Gladiator, dude. That movie kind of, I was like, oh, this is.
I enjoyed Gladiator. I watched that when I was younger.
Oh, yeah, me too. I was like, but this feels a little too real. Yeah, perfect movie for the kiddies. Showing them in daycare. To grow up like all 3 of us, me, Barry, and Isaiah, we're totally fine. Fine.
It teaches you that you shouldn't be a violent person, or you'll have your guts blown apart with 1,000,000 bullets. Or like a dog biting you in the dick.
Okay, yeah, that happened in the movie. You can talk about what's
happened a lot in the movie. Wow,
dude, he punched him. He kicked a lot of people in the groin. By the way, there's a lot of nut shots.
Oh yeah.
Dirtier this time around.
I was just thinking, if I was fighting, because I don't know how to fight, I would take a nut shot if I saw it. I'm not gonna win, so might as well.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You've never gotten hit that hard in the nuts before, right, Sam?
I came close.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
I don't know if it's funny if you're going where I think you're going. Yeah, sure.
So I was like, playing with one of my neighbor's kids, right?
Yeah.
And this kid just gets mad at me and straight up kicks me in the nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a little kid, maybe I was probably like 15, 16, and this kid was maybe like 8, and just nails me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly fine.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, okay, right? So I just tackle him, and I just hold him down. I was like, hey, don't ever do that again, right? I'm fine. And then I go to the bathroom later,
yeah.
and I just blood.
Oh.
And it was probably like, it was so painful. I think it's probably what passing a kidney stone feels like. So I'm telling you, Sam, it hurts. It hurts for sure.
Yeah, it's real bad. Well, if in a fight, give it a shot. But like in a fight with your adrenaline going, it's probably not going to stop somebody.
That's true.
It'll slow them down, maybe. But like, what it's going to do is piss them off a lot. Like, if you go for the nut shot, you've taken the fight a couple layers deeper.
I'll wait until they look tired and then just hit them in the nuts when they're weak, you know?
No. That's when you go for the nut shot,
Yeah.
and then they kneel down, right? They put their head down, then you go run and you knee them in the face.
Or
and
you
then they go back up, right? And then you kick them in the balls again.
Yeah, I was gonna say hit him in the nuts again. Oh my god! You know the grandpa. Okay, by the way, Drew said nut shots. He's not taking the little kiddies to watch it. I just imagine like a horde of tiny children, just piling on Drew and just hitting him in the nuts and laughing all the time. And Drew's just dying there. I can picture that. But you know the ground pound move, or like when they're like on the ground and the guy's on top of the guy, just punch him in the face over and over again, right? I just imagine that, just flip that 180, just punching the dude in the nuts again, like over and over. I can see that. All right, I'm gonna write this idea down. I'm gonna make that into like a parody. I'll have to copy a movie.
That's an actual move, though, Sam. Like, I'm not kidding.
Really?
That's an actual
repeated nut shots.
Yeah.
John Wick 4 is coming. Okay.
Upping the technique right there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Man.
I need a camera crew.
I was so impressed because I could tell he trained.
He trained like, a lot.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves trained a lot more for this film. And he actually fights in more varied martial arts styles than he did in the previous John Wick films.
All right.
I was like, dude, props to him for like actually taking time to train and learn new martial arts.
Halle Berry as well, because I recently watched the Hot Ones interview with her, and it showed kind of some clips of the scenes, and the difference with John Wick, if you hear her answer the question, is that they actually fight, so they don't make contact, but if they did, it would hurt someone. So like, those fight scenes look real because they're actually...
It's full speed.
It's full speed.
It's full speed. You're not hitting them, but it's like you're moving at 100% speed.
Yeah.
So,
and if you did hit them, it would have hurt.
They're taking hits. They're not like... If you watch pretty carefully, anytime somebody takes a hit, it's usually to like a padded area, or if they're actually getting hit in the head, it's like...
wrestling style.
There's not a lot of there's not a lot of shoulder behind it.
Yeah, it's mostly a straight punch without any actual shoulder or waist put into it. Yeah,
it's still gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
don't get me wrong. You're still
stunt
getting
guys are awesome.
Face. Yeah, but the stunt guy. Oh man, all the stunt work in this movie is so incredible.
It's incredible.
Like all the throws, the throws are all 100% legit.
No, those are real.
Yeah, those are 100% real. And those are full power because the people getting thrown know how to take the throw.
Yeah, you got to know how to land well.
All right.
If you land bad, you're gonna break your ass.
Yeah,
like, literally break your ass.
Before we go in any deeper, let's try to structure this more. How about we go over what we liked about the movie, and then we can go over the plot first. I just want to get rid of that out of the way, and then we can talk about the fight choreography. Get the plot out of the way. Get that out of the way. There's some things I really liked about it, so I just wanted to throw some, commentary in there and get your thoughts on it as well. But let's go in, dude. Who wants to start? Or what
the plot?
No, what you liked and what you disliked about the movie. Just general thoughts and opinions first.
Oh, just general thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking about it and I was like, maybe we can loosely structure it a little bit more, because I felt like, just going off on random threads might be a little bit harder to follow for a listener. Because I was thinking about it, and when I listen to a podcast, I don't listen to it 100%. It's like 50. So I might just wander off in my mind and come back, and I was like, whoa, what are they talking about right now? It's like totally different. I missed this train of thought. Yeah, I missed this train of thought. I'm on a different train now. Where is this one going? Kind of thing. So anyway, we'll just try it out for this one, and if you don't like it, we'll just go back to our original format. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll start. I like that the movie starts literally like on the next frame from John Wick 2.
Yeah.
It's just like you could cut these two movies consecutively together and it would be one movie, which I actually really like that.
I like that as well.
I like that. I mean, all the action, obviously. I like that they're pretty consistent with how they deliver the action and dialogue and characterization.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've managed to ramp everything up and still make it feel like it's clearly gotten more, like grades more ridiculous with each movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like the Fast and the Furious where they went from like like drag races to like jumping a car between two skyscrapers, you know.
Going to
the
Tokyo.
submarine. When they go take down a submarine, oh my god.
I haven't seen any Fast and Furious movies, just letting you know.
I mean,
Yeah, it
I
literally goes
enjoy
from,
them.
like, we're street racers to we're gonna take down this submarine, or we're gonna take down this airplane, or we're gonna parachute cars out of airplanes to land on a road.
Okay, I
take
saw
down a
that
bus.
on a trailer.
Yeah, that's where that
ridiculous.
series went. But like the John Wick movies all feel very connected and very consistent, which I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nothing bad.
Bad. There are a couple like weird moments in the movie where they just stop everything and just throw some exposition and world building at you.
I
Which is
think
okay,
I know what you're
guess.
talking about. Is it the scene with the elder?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hate it or anything.
I didn't hate it either. Yeah.
It felt really out of place with the rest of the film.
That's what Isaiah said too. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the elder didn't look anything like I thought he would.
Yeah.
I was expecting like a grizzled old guy, like
he looked pretty young.
Covered in scars. Yeah, he looked really young. He looked like younger than Keanu, like a lot younger. I'm like, nothing about this guy's old.
Maybe his insides. You never know.
He's the elder one, and he sits above the table. What? I was so confused.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit strange, but I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know.
Go ahead, just brush it under the table. Haha.
That's fine. Negatives. I hope they figure out something to do with those dogs after this movie. And I'll go into this a lot more later.
Okay.
But it was an incredible scene. But when you train dogs to do that, they can never ever go into society again. Right? And they've talked about this in like interviews and stuff. Like there was they took. I don't know. We'll come back to this when we get back to the scene.
Okay.
But they specially trained these dogs, and there's a lot of stuff going on with that.
Okay.
And then.
Yeah, because you're essentially training them as like military attack dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's something I didn't even think about. Holy.
That's something I didn't think about either.
Like it's part of what's great about the movie is that they went out and they specially trained dogs specifically for this movie. It wasn't like they hired a guy that had some dogs that could do this. They literally picked up puppies and trained them for this.
Easy.
But yeah.
There was like an interview with Keanu where it's like the trainer said, "Don't look at them in the eye."
That's so scary.
Yeah, it's like, don't. That's what he said.
Don't make eye contact.
Don't make eye contact with these dogs. Yeah.
We'll come back to that once we get to this action set piece.
I'm interested. Yeah.
And then, ending was kind of weak, a little bit weak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other than that, it was pretty good. I think the final action set piece was also not quite as good as some of the earlier ones, but it was still absolutely solid.
Yeah.
That's my take on it. I think I really like the movie. Definitely not perfect, but very solid.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much all of the sentiments. Like, man, those the fight choreography, I could tell, like I could feel it. It just got so much better. It went from like the very best of Hollywood levels to like the cusp of what like Asian martial arts movies are.
Yeah, you're right.
And I love that. I was like, oh, dude, by number 4, it's gonna be an Asian action movie.
And they're gonna be like flying through the air on strings.
We're gonna have wire work.
Yeah,
they're gonna be doing like 8 backflips. It's gonna be amazing.
I hope they don't bring any wire work in. I will say that.
I hope they don't either.
Yeah, me
because
too.
It feels kind of more. It feels more grounded in that sense. I think some wire work can be done very tastefully, but a lot of times it's just super cheesy and campy.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love wire work though. I love it every time. Just flying through the air.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
Like that movie.
Yep.
That movie is incredible. Where they're like running across the tops of like the bamboo.
Yeah.
With the wire. Oh man, that's amazing. But anyways, John Wick. Yeah, and also Sam, we were talking about this yesterday too. Is like the story seems to have had some more of it.
Yes.
More story.
Yes.
They actually put some effort into more exposition, and I like that they developed John as a character too.
Yeah, they give him a backstory.
Man has wife dies, then he gets dog
dies.
Also dies.
He has car dies. Yeah.
That is John Wick 1. Like that's literally his entire character motivation.
Just looking at my notes.
Yeah, 2. What is 2? 2, he acquires second dog, then must now return to said life, loses his house, kills everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we get to learn a lot more about him as a character, especially like we learn is like, oh, you were a child of Belarus. Right?
Yeah.
And then we go into
He's a gypsy.
Jardoni. Yeah.
He's a fucking Jippo. He's a Russian gypsy, dude. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is somehow amazing.
I didn't like how his name wasn't John though. I was like, oh, it kind of ruined it for me a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Jippo name.
I was like, no. You don't give names to the things that are important. You just leave them unnamed. They have a nickname, but they don't have a real name, you know? But it didn't matter. They did it pretty well.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, you're just getting like it was literally a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that too.
That's the way they set it up.
If they went like into the story and like this is his, like they showed him as baby John Wick, and I'd be like, no.
Show flashbacks.
Yeah, show flashbacks. No. He's just like crying.
That's what I came to watch.
Yeah.
I love the little. I loved how like wink, nudge with it. It was like John is like not really a character. So what we're gonna do is we're literally gonna take you backstage, and we're just gonna walk you through some rooms.
They represent his childhood.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you get.
I love that.
You're literally just taking a look at the production. That's what you're gonna get. I loved it. I absolutely loved that.
My question was, how do they distinguish which guys do the wrestling and which guys do the dancing? Or do they do both?
I think they do everything.
I bet they do both.
Yeah. I bet they do both. I bet they don't show it, but I bet John can do ballet. That's in John Wick 4.
If they do that in John Wick 4, I would love that.
He's just gonna be like pirouette. What was that dance move called? Where they spin? Pirouette?
A pirouette.
Mm-hmm. Pirouette.
Baguette?
Yes.
Oui.
Oui.
Anyways, for me, like, I totally agreement. Like, for me, I think everything was up the notch. I think the fight scenes were more brutal. Like, in John Wick 1, it's pretty much him just shooting guys multiple times. In this one, he's stabbing people in the eyeball. There's a scene where he drives a knife through a guy's skull because it doesn't go through when he stabs him in the head, so he just hammers it down. And we'll go over that later in detail in the fight choreography. But like, I think the structure of the movie, like, I think those guys got better at making a movie, like not just an action movie, but a movie. So like, they do the video game thing of introducing all the villains in the very beginning, like most of them in order. So then that's the order he fights him. And then, goes through the book scene, knife scene, horse scene, and then there's a short motorcycle scene, like foreshadowing that. And then, you get the ninjas who are the boss, and like, they do such a great job of like introducing, boss battles. Like the armored dudes are like the advanced mob before the boss comes out, totally. They're faceless. They do the thing where they cover the face of most of the guys, In Casablanca, they're wearing like shrouds or veils, and then they got helmets for the bulletproof guys. It was literally a video game stuff, but I like how they transition from fight scene into like narrative into fight scene. It's more structured and there's like a flow to it. Whereas in John Wick 1, I felt it was more like something happens to give him an excuse to kill everyone, and it just repeats through that cycle. And then same for 2, but a little more development there. And in this one, I felt like it feels more like there's an actual story. A little bit. I use that term lightly. Like, there's more to the plot and reason why he fights, and the reason I both don't like and like the ending to John Wick 3 is in number 2. I didn't care about the third movie coming up because I didn't know where it's going. Like, you can kind of vaguely tell that he's gonna get attacked by a lot of guys, so he's probably gonna end up killing a lot of dudes. But like, there's no stakes for that, right? But in this one, the way it ends, you know that he has a boss fight to take on, and he's teaming up with Morpheus to take on the man. Right? That's the whole movie. The man that's like sitting on his high horse, and then he's gonna team up with Morpheus, and he's gonna beat the crap out of every single one of them. You already know when the movie ends like that. So I'm hyped for number 4. So I feel like it was very abrupt and not really. It doesn't really tie anything. It's just a cliffhanger. I think that's really cheap. But I'm more excited because I know where they're gonna go. There's a better direction of the movie going somewhere where I want to see what happens next. Whereas in the previous movies, they didn't really. I feel like they didn't really know what to do. It was just another part of the story. Anyways.
Maybe they just didn't know that they were gonna make another one.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You're right. That's totally possible.
Maybe they just didn't know.
You don't know? Yeah?
No, they literally didn't know.
Okay, that makes sense then.
In interviews, they've said that they got a call after John Wick finished its run, and they're like, and the studio was like, so when are you doing number 2? And they're like,
right now.
And they're like, well, shit. they like spent a couple months going over like, what can we do now? Because they really didn't plan for it. And I'm gonna have to disagree that narratively it's gotten. Oh Christ!
Yeah.
I think the first one, like, they've gotten more, like, there's more story, but I think it's less cohesive as time has gone on.
Oh really?
Like, the story is always, like, in these movies, has always just been getting from action set piece to action set piece. So that's all there is to it. But the first one had like the most cohesive and the most clear narrative thrust through the entire movie. I think. And the other ones, like, you're getting more world building, but it's always felt less coherent as time has gone on. Not that I'm complaining or anything. I just that's just the way I feel.
Yeah, for me it was more coherent because there's stakes now. That's why I liked it. Like, there's a actual end game boss that if you beat this boss, then everything will be sort of okay. I mean, you have to deal with other assassins, but once you kill the table off, you know that John can go back to being adopting dog John. You know, like, oh, my dead wife, I'm so sad, emo John. Yeah, that's why I liked it better. I mean, I think the first one was definitely more cohesive in that they killed his dog and stole his car. So that's very, very simple to follow. But in this one, I felt like they introduced the villain. You don't like her. The adjudicator represents everything that you hate about the man. Like, sticking it to the man. She's the man. Well, she's a woman, but, you know, she's still the man. And also, I liked how they showcased different actors. Like, the ninja guy, he was pretty funny. And Halle Berry, like, these characters can show some emotion through acting, where Keanu's always like, you know, straight faced. So I thought it was great. It was great. Like, they're giving all the lines to the other people, and then they let Keanu be Keanu. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Anyways, it's going too much. All right, let's get in. That's a good segue. Let's go talk about the plot for a little bit because we're doing that right now. Why don't we go over that for a little bit? Just throw it out of the way so we can go into what really matters, the action.
So yeah, it literally starts on the next frame after John Wick 2 ends. Yeah, which is great. I didn't know where they were going. I'm like, oh, we're just picking up right here. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Isaiah had a good point about that. They made a mistake. They made a boo boo.
They actually messed up. So, like, you think it actually, well, logically, it does happen exactly 1 frame later, except they actually messed up the timeline where it went from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. The 1 hour that they gave him to it being 5 p.m. and them giving him until 6 p.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch
I
that.
didn't notice that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, apparently that was something really small that they messed up on.
I was saying time zone change, like their global time and just like,
change of location.
Yeah, change of location.
They had to film a few months later, so
Yeah.
daylight savings and whatnot.
Daylight savings came into effect. Yeah, there we go. Or daylight savings came out of effect, so jump an hour ahead, right? That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
we solved it. Daylight savings.
But also, I love that they just go straight away into it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not like, here is flashback to everyone's backstories 3 times,
Here is a slow camera zoom into a picture of a prison, like graffiti, so you know that's real bad. Here's the binder that says top secret twice in big red letters, and we're going to slowly zoom into it. Now let's have these characters talk about all the characters that they're going to introduce later in the movie, but we're going to introduce them anyways. It's talking about Suicide Squad here. It's refreshing. It just went in because they're like, story isn't that important. We'll just give you enough to have some semblance.
I like that they don't treat the audience like an idiot.
Yeah.
Because, Suicide Squad, I just feel like they just think I have an IQ of
like 0.
25.
Yeah. They need to show and tell me everything. Yeah.
Times, right? But for John Wick, it's literally just like, oh, we're assuming you watched last John Wick. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Well, they spend like 2 or 3 minutes establishing the stakes where he's running through New York. He's looking at the clock.
Yeah.
Like they give you a little bit of time to absorb. Okay, there's stakes. There's a timeline.
There's tension.
Okay. There's some they built some tension. They're like, all right, how long did that? That was like 3 minutes. Okay, let's go. Action scene.
Yep.
It was great, and that the first action scene was an NBA player apparently.
Really, the tall guy.
Yeah, dude's massive.
Yeah, the tall guy.
He's like what, 7 feet tall? It looked like it was
He's
8 feet.
Huge.
Yeah, he's humongous.
And somehow worse than John Wick.
Yeah. Did you see like the front kick and he just barely lifts up his leg?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That just reminds me of the scene. I was talking to Isaiah about this earlier too yesterday. When he fights the 2 Asian bros with the knives, and he's on his knees, and he's still almost as tall as these guys. So like, Keanu's not a short dude, and then this guy is like super tall. So I was like, holy cow, dude! It's like 9 feet tall or something. It's a massive giant, huge.
That's the first action set piece, and like, it's a really good icebreaker, where you does a couple things that are really important. It establishes that he's really good at fighting, and establishes that he can be hurt.
Yeah.
So for the rest of the film, you understand these 2 concepts immediately. You're like, okay, he can take damage, but he dishes it out really well too. That's all you need. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
He likes dogs.
And then he's just he likes dogs.
Yeah.
He fucking takes a book and breaks that guy's face open.
Oh my god,
Breaks his
dude!
jaw off.
I was like, there's kids watching the movie too. I'm like, what? Why would you bring the kid to watch this movie?
I don't know. Teach him how to break somebody's jaw.
I guess you're right. Next time he gets bullied, it's like books have power.
Bro, I've always wanted to try that. In Matt Damon in the. Oh no, that's not Matt Damon. Is that Matt Damon in the Bourne movies?
Yeah, that's Matt Damon.
Yeah, that's Matt Damon.
Yeah.
The rope punches a dude with a book. Bro, I've
Oh.
always wanted to try that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That scene was kind of illogical to me though, because I'm like, why would you punch someone with the book instead of just punching them in the face?
We're gonna have to ask a scientist about that. We'll do a test. We'll punch someone in the face without a book, and then we'll punch someone in the face with the book.
Well, you're distributing the force over a larger surface area, though.
I think it's to protect your knuckles, because a book is softer than a skull.
You're right.
That is I guess that's true.
All right.
But have you ever punched a book before? It's like
Yeah.
it hurts so bad, dude.
To interrupt real quick, we got someone in chat. Caddison R said, I didn't realize John Wick 3 was already out. It is out.
It's been in theaters like 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah, like 3
If you want
weeks,
to see it,
Yeah,
you
if you
only
wanna
have
see
a couple
it-
more. It's
yeah, you got like pretty much a month left, right?
Also, I would not watch
it's-
this.
It's probably already closing in some
Yeah.
in some markets. So
Well, there's not any like really big movies coming out right now. Oh, actually, Toy Story's coming out.
Toy
That'll be
Story,
good.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
Spider-Man coming
Oh,
out.
dude, I want to watch that. But yeah, just letting you know, we're talking with all the spoilers, so you might not want to tune in if you want to watch it later.
You should probably.
You know what?
Yeah.
Sam.
I don't think it matters.
You're right.
I don't think it really
But
matters.
some
for
people
this
care
movie.
about
It's
spoilers. You know
the
what I mean?
spectacle.
Like,
I care
yeah.
a lot about spoilers.
yeah. Personally, I don't care, because I think, I want to go in without any preconceived ideas. That's why I don't want things spoiled. But to know what happens before it happens, I don't care. It's just I just want a fresh slate so I can form my own opinion and really think about what I saw. But yeah, other than that, I don't really care. But if you care, you might want to tune out real quick. That's true.
What is he in the library for? Oh, he picks up
John Wick dies. Darth Vader is John Wick's father. Okay, there we go. Just sorry, keep going.
Coins.
Yeah.
He grabs
Let me check my notes.
Yeah, and he grabs the ticket, and then that directly leads into the next little bit of. Does it lead to more exposition? No. This just goes into another action scene.
It goes to him running.
Yeah, he does visit the doctor, but that's before. Right.
Yeah. He brief musical interlude to the doctor.
Okay, I just want to say something really funny. In this world, we got a follow. Thank you for the follow, Cash and R. Just letting you know, we do this podcast once a week. Usually, I think we're gonna do it on Sunday evenings now. Just letting you know, it's archived on YouTube if you want to check it out, or the VODs. But yeah, thank you so much. I forgot to introduce everyone. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this.
It's too late.
It's too late. Okay, we got past it. Just go on. All right. So one thing about the Doctor that I really liked is in this universe, everyone is a badass. So like, this Doctor is just like this old Asian dude, and then he's like, "Wait, don't know I helped you," because he helps John Wick pass the time limit. And then he couldn't even point out where the pills were, but he did it. So they're like, they'll punish me for it. So he's like, shoot me right here. Just shoots him right in the stomach. And Doctor's lying in pain. And he's like, oh, that's not enough. One more. He's like pointing here. He's like, don't nick the artery. And halfway through the sentence, just shoots him. And the Doctor's like lying there in the chair with 2 bullet wounds. And he's just like, see you later. I'm like, dang,
like,
dude. Good luck. Yeah, like, what?
I love how he grabs the gauze before he gets shot so he can cover his wounds.
I didn't catch that. I was just like, man, dude, I would not like make it in this world. I'm too much of a baby. Like, I would die.
Oh.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh yes.
And then my favorite action set piece of
the
movie,
knife one?
which is the knife.
Yes.
It starts with this wonderful little. It's an homage to. Oh my god!
Where he's making the gun.
Where he's making the gun. It's an homage to a western.
Oh really?
And like he's got this whole like case full of pistols, but they're all museum pieces, right?
Yeah. So
like,
then,
like soldered barrels or like old rusted like all that crap.
yeah.
And he constructs a pistol
from other pistol parts. He just shoots it once too. That's the funny thing. Yeah, and then just runs away. You're like,
damn it.
He shoots it once, and it's like I'm out of here. I gotta look that movie up now. I did not know that was.
That pistol is so good.
All right.
Like the old western.
Yeah, I felt the western vibe there. That's a good side note. I had no idea. I want to check out which movie it's referencing.
John Wick 4, a western confirmed.
Oh.
How to go to paint a wagon?
Holy cow, dude! Like, what if?
Dude, John Wick as a western, that would actually be incredible.
He just like the revolver action would be amazing. Anyways, let's keep going. I'll check it out. Make a note to myself.
The knife fight scene.
Oh,
That's incredible.
I'm gonna preface this a little bit. Remember we talked in Suicide Squad about the geometry of an action scene.
Yes.
I bet if you, after only having seen this movie once, if I gave you a pen and paper and asked you to draw out this entire scene from memory,
it's so simple.
You could do it. No, it's like there's a lot that happens. A ton that happens, but you could draw it out from memory and get it like 95% right, because it's done so well and it's shot like so simply that you just understand everything that happens. Like when somebody gets fucking knifed in the head, you're like, I know, wow.
It's like,
wow, dude.
This is the scene. Like, okay, a couple of things before the knife scene though. They're running through a hallway. Again, it's in the Asian district, I think. But there's this dude, and it's in
Chinatown, yeah.
It's in Chinatown, right? He's selling chandeliers, or lighting fixtures in that area. And like when John Wick runs through, he sees it, and he just makes his face. And then I just put the emotion there into his face. He probably he wasn't feeling this probably. I don't know, but like for me, I was like, I get that, because like as an Asian shopkeeper, like if you see someone running through and there's trouble, you're like, oh shoot, it's like I don't want to deal with this, but my merchandise, like that thought, like it might be just me. And then the funny thing is when they're running through, dude, they're so polite and they don't run into the chandeliers. They run around it as much as possible, and I thought that was hilarious, because when he does it, John Wick goes through and just running through, he's like weaving past these chandeliers and lighting fixtures, and then the gangsters come in, and I thought it was going to be that typical scene where just like running through and crashing into everything. They do the same thing too. They're like weaving in between these lighting fixtures just a little bit, dodging it to get out of the way. And I thought that was a nice humorous touch.
That honestly kind of reminds me, like the way that they're running reminds me, I don't know why, but it reminds me of like Kung Fu Hustle when all those guys are running with the axe, and they're like weaving through all the people.
It's a great movie too. Yeah,
I love how polite all of the violence.
Yeah, it's so polite. Yeah.
So like it kind of makes it almost acceptable how violent they are.
Yeah.
Because like you have other movies where they're like just blowing up storefronts and like half of Manhattan's just like on fire, and this they're like they're just bodies everywhere, and they're like, we'll clean it up. We apologize for the disruption.
Or like I'm gonna go into real quick, but yeah, Canison piped in and said didn't really like John Wick 1, but wasn't a fan of 2. Let me tell you, dude, number 3 is worth watching. It's fantastic. It's a level above. Highly recommended. It sets it up really well for another movie. No spoiler there, but that movie is also probably gonna be awesome. Definitely worth checking out in I think all 3 of our opinions. I don't want to speak for everyone, but I think we all liked it. Yeah. Oh, going back to that polite thing, I remember there's a scene where John Wick just kills like these nameless mob villains, the guys that you kill for fodder, right? And they're in like a busy subway, and people are just like they just ignore it and just walk around. So I was like, I guess it's normal. And then normal in that world, and Isaiah brought up that it's New York, so I was like, oh, okay, that explains it. It's just New York.
It's just New York.
Yeah, it's just New York. I was like, all right, I got it.
Just move to the next car.
Yeah. It's like, okay, good point.
Like I got places to be.
I got places to be. You're right. Let someone else take care of it. So, dead body. This is like Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I love, this knife fight scene. There's so much that's great about it. Like that first moment where they kick each other away, and they're leaning against the cabinets, and they both glance back, and they're like, "Oh shit, we're surrounded by knives."
Isaiah brought that up too. It's so funny.
Like my theater cracked up right there. They're like, "Oh man."
The humor is like subtle, and it's not like ham-fisted in the wrong way like Suicide Squad.
It's like such black humor too.
Yeah, it's so dark. It's all related to death.
It's the darkest humor.
My goodness.
Quite a few of the stunt guys in this particular scene have worked with Keanu since The Matrix, I believe. So they've had like literally decades working together.
Fighting each other. That's amazing.
And I want to say I want to say the closing where he shoves the knife into his eye.
Yeah, that's
was
rough.
actually their idea. They came up with it, I think, on set. They're like, I'm
Really?
gonna take this knife, I'm gonna shove it into his eye.
I winced at that scene because yeah, it was so slow and like it's like you know it's coming. And you're like, oh please, just, think of the children watching. And the guy's laughing, little kid.
That one, honestly.
Brutal.
It's brutal, like the brutality. Yeah.
Is that practical or is that post?
I have no idea. It's done so. It's seamless though.
So well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like practical, I want to say, but I think it'd be very difficult.
I think you probably have to get the angle in such a way where there's like a fake eye and just like shoving it in, like past his face. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, you know what? Why don't we do some research and kind of look it up for later?
Because a lot of the knives that they use are just rubber knives.
How to stab an eye in movies.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like almost 100%. All the knives here are like a prop knife.
Yeah,
I'm sure they had a few real ones for.
Of course.
Close-up shots, but like, there's no way you fucking throw a knife at somebody and have it be a real knife.
It doesn't matter how dull it is. You're not gonna throw it.
Yeah. I like that. Like, the knives don't just like all hit dead center like in every movie. Just like flying everywhere, and you're like, oh, dodging knives.
Or yeah, I liked how in the one scene where the guy's on the ground, he's like throws one in each leg and then each arm, and then finally into his chest or head. I forgot the exact thing, but the dude has like 5 knives stuck in him. I was like, man, it's like bullets too. You know, it's just like the first John Wick where it's not enough to shoot a guy in the head once. He just like shoots it like 3 times just to make sure. You know, you gotta make sure. So like with the knives too, it's just like boom, 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 like every limb. I like that.
I mean, it's what these movies do really well and most movies do poorly, is that when somebody gets shot or knifed, they don't die right away. It's not like you're suddenly dead. You're just like, oh, I'm incredibly injured.
Oh no, I've been stabbed in the arm. I guess I'm dead.
Yeah.
Or even like if you get shot in the heart or like stabbed in the heart, you're there. You're not happy about it, but you're alive for a few more minutes.
Yeah.
John Wick confirms kills like none else.
Yeah, no. I loved it though. Like it shows. It puts more
one with the axe.
Yeah, it does. Oh, dude, it's framed with the guy who's injured. He stabbed him in the beginning of the fight. He's just like sitting up, and he's in the front of the frame, and you see John in the way back. He's kind of blurred out, and you know what's coming. He picks up the axe, he throws it overhead, just tosses it into the dude's head.
He takes the time to aim with 2 hands.
Yeah, he doesn't even walk over. He just throws it at the guy, just like lodges into his head, like. Yeah, not happy. That should be our
it's like an axe
catchphrase.
Game.
Yeah.
If you guys have ever been axe throwing, that's exactly how you do it. I've done it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was talking to Sam about this, but I love the fact that some of the knives hit like hilt first instead of actually with the blade.
Yeah, because it's hard.
It's hard.
to throw a knife.
Like because I was a delinquent as a child, I used to throw knives, right? So when you're doing knife throwing stuff, you actually have to measure distance, and depending on distance, you'll change your throwing technique for like how many rotations you need to throw
from blade first or handle first, whatnot.
Yeah. No, blade first or handle first depends more on the weight.
Oh, the weight. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But like also for certain distances too, sometimes it's easier to just throw. Like, oh, this way will be handle first, this way will be blade first. But yeah, actually hitting targets like with the blade first, especially when you're changing varying distances from close to far and you're running back and forth, is so difficult. So I like that there's like a touch of realism there.
That's good.
It's not like they've practiced. They're just pulling knives out of like.
Yeah, they're just throwing it.
Yeah, they're just throwing knives.
All right. Is there anything else you want to mention there? I'm gonna save some for the fight choreography section, but just move it. Unless you want to just go in scene by scene, whatever you guys prefer.
I mean, do you just want to do a quick plot synopsis? And
then all right.
We can go through all the action.
All right, let's just shove it out of the way.
This is gonna take like 2 minutes.
You're right. Just 2 minutes. All right. So like basically, John Wick gets excommunicado. He's no longer part of the assassins or whatnot. And then so everyone is going after him because he has a bounty of 14 million, which I think is kind of low. You know, you would think, but anyways,
It's kind of low.
yeah, it's kind of low. Yeah.
I think in general, like with the movie scape, like hundreds of millions of dollars bounty or whatever, like it is. But if you looked at the board and they make
He was the
very
highest.
big,
Yeah.
no, not just the highest. They make a point of showing the board multiple times, and like the second and third are like $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even break.
I'm just saying, like, you know, that's like chump change for assassin. I figured. I don't know. They must be
But
poor.
if you're killing, you know, well, it depends on your rate of murder, right, Sam?
I
like,
guess
if you're
right.
Killing, you know, like 20 people a year. That's a pretty decent money.
You're right. You're right. That's not bad.
That's pretty good money.
That's pretty good money.
Put that into perspective. You know?
I'm just thinking, like, you know, they're like the Amazon method, where like, you know, these assassins are working for chump change. You know, they're like, you gotta pay for your own weapons and bullets. We're not gonna cover your health costs either, which you get damaged during fighting. I just imagine that, and like assassin like lost an arm. It's like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do now? Just he's out on a job. He's gotta work at Burger King now, flipping burgers with one arm. Anyways, yeah, there's a whole scene now. He has to get back into the good graces. They're like, I want to earn another chance. So he goes to the guy who makes the coins, his former teacher. Long story short, he gets bitten in the crotch by a dog. And then he's like, all right, well, see you later. And he goes into the desert. And he finds this... Yeah?
It's worth mentioning that... So this is in Casablanca, right?
Yes.
This is the Casablanca scene?
Yeah.
So that's where he meets Halle Berry.
Yes.
And she's like, he helped her in the past.
That's why he has the mark.
She goes to the former manager of that, what is it, Continental?
The Continental, yeah.
The Continental Casablanca. And that guy is now a member of the High Table. I don't know if they explicitly mention it, but he is a member of the High Table.
Yeah, which is why he says not to murder him.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah. Assassin's Creed movie worse than Suicide Squad? Question mark. We'll have to check that out.
I guess it probably is. I think that's a Weeb movie.
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
We'll check it out. We'll analyze it. We have a very simple review scale. It's simply, is it better than Suicide Squad or worse than Suicide Squad? That's it.
I don't think there's gonna be many.
Yeah, back to the story. I'm just glancing over that because we can, you know, include that in just the overall plot. So like Halle Berry, you know, he saved her daughter, or you know, hit her daughter or something. Blah blah blah.
Probably murdered a ton of people.
Yeah. Spectrum was like really bad. He murdered everyone.
I've saved your daughter by murdering everyone around her.
Yeah. Now she's saved.
Everyone within 100-mile radius of your daughter.
The entire village is dead.
A moat of blood, so she's inapproachable.
He just goes into the school and it's like, oh, where there's no one there. I was like, oh no, John, what did you do? But yeah, like after that, he goes into the desert. This scene is like kind of threw I think all of us off a little bit because it was a little disjointed. Like he goes into the desert, he just walks in the direction of a constellation until he can't walk anymore, and then you gotta walk some more after that, and he falls down. And then if the elder wants to see you, there's this guy called the elder who's in charge of the governing body called the High Table. And everything is under the table, and they're like the governing body of assassins. And so like they keep the rules. If you don't follow the rules, they just kill you. Anyways, so he goes, and then this dude finds him somehow in the middle of the desert, and then takes him on camel, dumps him. I like the scene where they just pull his body off the camel, and he falls down. It just plops down like a sandbag. And there's a guy sitting there.
They're just chilling out in like a divan in the middle of the fucking
desert.
Yeah,
how like it didn't make sense to me how, you know, John could have gone off in the wrong direction a little bit, you know, like depending on where he started, and like just missed him and died. So like, anyways, that part felt a little out of context, but like he meets the elder and it's like, all right, we'll let you back in if you kill Winston, the owner of the hotel in New York. So he's like, wait. And then he cuts off his finger, gives him the wedding band, and then he's like, I will serve, right? Blah, blah, blah. And he goes back to New York to kill Winston. and then they team up and they kill everyone else, and then plot twist, Winston betrays John Wick and tries to kill him, and then he falls off the roof, and Morpheus...
No, he doesn't try to kill him.
I know. It just tries to shove him off.
I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
He shoots him in his plot armor.
Shoots him in plot armor, and then plot armor, you can't kill him, so one of Morpheus's hobos picks him up, drops him off, and he's like, "Aren't you pissed?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm pissed." And then the movie ends there, and now you know that he's angry and he's gonna go kill everyone, and it's great. So the story itself...
Hobo Prime picks him up.
Yeah, Hobo Prime. That's a great way.
You guys watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Oh no, I heard that's a good show though. Yeah.
That guy, his character name in Brooklyn Nine-Nine is Pimento, and he's like a borderline insane dude who goes undercover into the mafia for like 10 years and essentially just becomes a madman, and he's so funny.
Oh, okay.
So every time I saw him in John Wick, I was like, that's Pimento.
I gotta check that out now.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'll have to watch that show now.
Yeah.
I like Hobo Prime. All three of the lines he gets in between these three movies.
But yeah, one thing, Barry said he didn't like the story. I personally liked it. I felt like
I don't dislike it. I just thought
it was worse than one.
Mm-hmm.
Or weaker?
Yeah, I'd say it's weaker.
For me, I just felt like I like the world building they do, where they keep showing the chalkboard and like how the secretary dudes, ladies, or there's a guy there too, how they have a uniform, as they brought up. The tattoos are their true uniform. Everyone has ink, some piercings. They're using old tech stuff because it's more reliable, doesn't get hacked. And then the jank system with a chalkboard, and then when they're done, they just text everyone. It's like, why can't you have a better system? Everyone's using these like old phones.
Just robocalling all your
robocalling everyone. What if their number changes? Like, I was just like, oh, but it works. They stick with it. They stick with their own logic, and I like it. Story though, obviously, isn't that important. It's just there to service.
Just to get you from set piece to set piece.
Yeah, set piece from set piece. But I liked it a little better because instead of, other than the elder scene, which is kind of like throwing story at you, I liked most of it because it was just showing you the world and things that are happening in it, and then using that as a transition. Whereas like something in Suicide Squad, they use an object to tell you where you are, and then they use characters and dialogue to tell you what's happening and how you should feel. I felt like there was less of that, and it was short and sweet, but also I saw a glimpse of the world they were living in, and I thought I liked that world. I would want to live there, but I like the world that they showed me.
I would love living there.
Dude,
I would be one of like the assassin jazz singers, like in the lounge.
Okay, you would be safe then, because you can't get killed in the hotel. All right, smart.
Remember the first movie? There's like an assassin jazz lounge.
Yeah,
you have to pay your assassin money to get in there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how the tipping or whatever works in this world, but this seems to be a weirdly.
I don't understand how the coins function as currency.
Yeah.
One coin is one.
Or like one coin $100.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same cost to get like a gin and tonic as it is to kill a dude or get rid of a body.
To get rid of a body.
I'm like either getting rid of a body is a lot more trivial than I thought, or those are some good ass gin and tonics. Because man,
I think they're really good.
What gin are they using, man?
Yeah, well, I want to know.
At least a few hundred a bottle.
It's like, what is this?
That
just brings back memories. Bombay Sapphire.
I have to say,
yeah.
He was drinking Blanton's. Blanton's is the bourbon of choice for Assassin John Wick.
Really?
Which is a hell of a choice. I have some in my cabinet right now. It's a very good bourbon and quite difficult to get a hold of.
How expensive is it per bottle?
It's like $80.
Not bad.
So that's like one coin, right?
Yeah, that's one coin.
So a coin is like $80.
Right?
One coin, okay.
What confused me is in John Wick 2, 2 drinks cost 1 coin.
Those are bad drinks.
John Wick 1 drink costs 1 coin.
You don't question it. They just know. They just know how much it's worth.
Yeah. It's fine. It's like it's so weird that it's okay.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Babysitting someone who tried to murder you is 1 coin.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't understand how the currency functions.
I think it's more like instead of money, they're just like, let's just throw some coins at it. It looks cool,
Well, they sort of explain it in this movie.
They do.
They say
It's
that
like a promise.
1 coin equals. It's like a promise or a favor.
So I think that's
Right.
a better way to look at it. It's kind of like not like monetary value that's important, but more like the meaning behind the action. Like you're saying, I'm gonna back it up with this coin here.
But then the bounty on John Wick is $12 million, right?
I think that's just real
Or
money.
$14 million.
It starts at
So then
12,
that's
and then
just
it's like
money,
14,
not
and then it's like
coin money,
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
It's real money.
It's real money.
So that's like money.
So I think those coins actually.
In the world, they still have real money.
Yeah.
But then coin money is different.
Coin money, I think it. Yeah, it does. You can do things with the coin money that you can't do unless you have the coin to begin with. Like I think that's why it's special.
Mm-hmm.
I think coin money is like its own economy, right?
Yeah.
It's got its own system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a separate country's form of economy.
Pretty much.
Than actual money. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably best not to dissect.
Yeah,
that too
we don't want to dive too much
much, 'cause
into it.
I'm sure there's
The
no
whole time I was
great
watching, I was like, how many coins is $14 million? One
one coin.
Yeah, one coin. It doesn't
One
matter.
slightly bigger
Yeah.
coin.
2 coins duct taped together.
One titanium coin.
It's part of the reason why I didn't like the elder scene is because it brought up a lot of questions that had nothing to do, in my mind, that had no relevancy to anything about the movie or the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he gets dropped off at these divins, and I'm like, why do you guys live out here? How do you guys live out here?
Like he has a throne, so obviously, yeah.
The elder.
Like, why are you so young?
Yeah, why are you so young and called the elder? How are you
And,
maintaining control over the high table?
Yes, how do you have control over the high table? Why do you have control over the high table?
Why should we be afraid of you? It didn't like he
How do
didn't.
you poop out here?
He has fancy clothes on. Maybe he has like a hole in the back where you just like peel it off, like a hatch. Right.
I don't know. It was just. It took me out of the movie for a little bit, but I'm like, yeah, whatever.
It was short enough where if you didn't think about it too much, then it would be okay. Like.
Yeah, it was fine. I like that. I like that it gave the movie some visual texture.
Yeah.
Because all of the movies have been very urban, of like a very similar color grade.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Let's go to fucking Casablanca, boys.
We're going to Casablanca. If I was a filmmaker and I had like that kind of money, they're like, here's $200 million. I'd be like, fuck it, we're going to Germany, guys.
It's not even
in France.
It's way less than that. Like the original movie was made. I think they've doubled the budget of each movie and doubled the profit each time. I think the original budget was maybe like 10 to 15
you could tell it was lower. Like the set pieces were limited.
Was like 20, 25.
Yeah.
And then this one was like
about it, how
40,
many set
50.
pieces are there in the first John Wick film? It's like there's not that many locations.
Not that many. You got the garage, his house.
It's gonna really cut into your budget.
Yeah.
Right.
The locations are all super cheap.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like warehouse. Dock.
The expensive one was probably the club, just the number of extras.
Mm-hmm.
That was clearly
the club. The filming in a hotel shouldn't be that bad.
I mean, that's not even necessarily a hotel.
Yeah,
most of that, the lobby, the lobby for sure,
and then the rooms, which is probably just a smaller another set.
It's probably just the set.
Yeah.
No, I think the lobby was on site somewhere. I think that's an actual hotel or a bank.
I think that would be much cheaper than building a hotel lobby. Is renting one for a few days. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they've each movie has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger as far as budget and what they can do.
Set pieces.
So they're like, yeah, let's fucking go to Casablanca. Let's go to Japan. Hell yeah. Whoa. Let's get some fucking horses.
Oh, that's a nice segue, because after the knife fight scene, we have some brutal horse fighting. I winced every time. It was like,
those were fucking brutal.
Incredible.
It was, oh my god. Like, just to recap what goes on, they go into a horse stable, and
the one in Central Park, I think, right?
Central Park, I have no idea.
Where they stable all the horses for the carriages and
carriages. Yeah, so like there's horses everywhere. They're fighting around them. And I like how when they're shooting, they're trying to avoid hitting the horse. No horse got shot. And then, like, as they're fighting,
filmed in the making of this film.
yeah, no horses were shot.
Again, the violence is so polite.
They're very
harm
polite. Yeah.
No third parties. Just I was expecting them to like shoot a horse,
Yeah,
to, like,
me
get them out of the
too.
way. I was like, no, we're not gonna harm any animals.
No, we're not gonna shoot horses.
We're gonna use them as a weapon, but
Yeah, and then John Wick goes around, like, he positioned the guy right behind the horse. You know what's gonna happen. He just slaps the horse's butt, and then it just kicks the guy in the head. And you see him, yeah, he's like snap back and breaks everything. And there's one where a guy gets kicked twice, I think. It was, oh man, he just like snaps like he's a twig.
Like that sound.
Yeah,
like
that sound thud. Too. Oh my god. I mean, you know, it's CG right there.
I don't know.
Or like, do you think?
I wonder if any of that was. I bet it could be done practically, but it's quite dangerous, right?
It's so real. Like that can actually happen. There's a lot of stories of people like getting kicked in the chest by horses and literally breaking like 5-6 ribs.
No, yeah, people get killed by getting kicked by horses all the time.
Like,
people don't understand. Like this is like a I don't know, multi-100-pound animal. Like they're all muscle.
All muscle.
And they're kicking you. If they kick you the wrong way, well, you're done, dude.
You just die.
You just die. But like, I wonder if they'd film this practically.
I think,
man, I would not want to be that stunt guy.
I think how they could do it, if I'm imagining it, is they would do it practically by using, you know, like the rope technique, where they just yank the guy backwards with the rope. You know,
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Did it in two separate. Yeah, they probably did it in
two separate scenes though, because I don't think they would endanger someone by putting them in right in front of a kicking horse.
Yeah, they would not do that.
That'd be dangerous.
When I'm watching, the motion of the horse's legs coming up and kicking backwards didn't look natural to me.
Yeah, either
it looked too fast.
Or the guy getting hit too. Something looked like it was edited in.
It didn't look real to me.
Yeah.
So I think that was CG.
That was, or like just editing two different frames together. I mean, two different shots together. What I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was fine. That was a nice little action set piece.
That was
incredible though.
Yeah.
Unique.
Unique.
Did that lead into the motorcycle
fight? It did. There was a short motorcycle fight.
On the horse, and then he rides.
Yeah, he rides the horse. It's just funny. He dodges the guys on the motorcycle by turning sideways on the horse.
There's some horsemanship.
Yeah. This happens in Metal Gear Solid, believe it or not. When you want to stealth on the horse, he does the same thing. He goes sideways, and the guard looks around, and it's like, oh, it's just a horse, and then he just goes away. Oh, so it kind of reminded me of that. But yeah, I think the fight scenes in this movie so varied. Like, we can talk about the book scene. I mean, we didn't mention the brutality of like him breaking his jaw with it, and then breaking his neck with the book, and like going to the knife scene, the horse scene, into the motorcycle scene. Like, there's so many different.
Motorcycle scene. I like that. Like, some of these guys are just useless goobers.
Yeah.
Like they die like it. Like, they don't get a cool moment. They just die like idiots.
They die instantly. Yeah.
They're just like, I'm gonna jump on this guy's motorcycle.
I'm just gonna hit him with the helmet and then shoot him.
And then like the motorcycle flies off or takes off one of his friends. And you're like,
yeah.
Oops.
I was so confused. Why would you do that? Why would you just get off your perfectly good motorcycle?
I don't know. That's why they're low level goons.
You don't even have a gun.
Yeah.
I just want to point out something really quick that you mentioned earlier. The fact that like all these guys are like faceless mooks is done for a couple reasons, but mostly because they have like a limited stunt team that they're working with.
You're right.
So the more they can cover up their faces, the more they can reuse the same stunt guys. That's why, in Casablanca, they're all wearing like turbans and stuff, and, like, scarves.
That's why the bulletproof team has all masks on. You don't know who they are.
Yeah,
also they don't matter.
Stunt team.
Yeah,
but it's absolutely fine.
Absolutely
fine. I just wanted to point that out.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think about that part, but that's a good point.
Yeah, that's also why like a lot of superhero movies, people have masks because it's so much easier to have a stunt double.
Just put a mask.
Yeah, just put a mask on. Then that literally makes your job so much easier, because instead of being like, okay, every half second that we see the main character's face, we need to have the other actor do the same scene and match it.
Yeah.
So that it seems natural switching between the two, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's so much simpler logistically to just have one person wearing
It's
a mask.
also a lot easier to redub.
You're right.
For foreign language.
You're right.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, Darth Vader. They do this in anime a lot too, where like they'll have a character that has like a mask or a moving mouth, and just like it saves a lot of animation budget.
It's like thank goodness
It's
we
so
don't.
much funny. Like you watch some anime, and it's literally just a picture of a guy on a screen for like 90 seconds. It's just dialogue, just like a still frame. You're like, oh, they saved so much money right there.
Oh, you know what? This we can start our anime podcast, but that'll be a thing for later. Just reminded me.
Yeah, well, bet, dude. Let's do it.
Bet. All right, it'll be shorter. It'll be like a comedy.
We can start with a comedy anime and ease our way into it. We can start with like Atsumanga Daioh or like
okay, that's a classic.
Daily Lives of High School Boys or something like that.
I didn't watch that one.
You have not watched Nichi Bros? Oh my god,
No.
go watch it. Go fucking watch it.
Wait, it's
incredible.
It's called Nichijou, right?
No, it's called Danshi Kokosei no Nichijou.
Danshi Kokosei no Nichijou.
So
Nichijou is like every day, right?
Yeah, Daily Lives of High School Boys.
Okay.
But everybody calls it Nichi Bros, because that's what it is.
Nichi Bros, alright.
Nichi Bros.
I'll look
How
it up.
fluent is your Weebanese?
Just as like a quick aside, it's absolutely wonderful. It's probably like the most true to life comedy I've ever seen of what it's like, what it feels like to be like a high school boy, right? Like just the dumb shit you do when you're bored.
I guess.
It's hilarious.
I mean, when I was in high school, all I did was study and do homework and play video games and read books.
Yeah, exactly. That's what this fucking anime is.
Okay,
that's what they do.
That's accurate then. Oh, that's my
They're
life.
just hanging out in a room, and one guy's doing homework, the other guy's bored, and he was like, "Hey, let's do something fun." Nah.
Okay.
And then that's the scene. That's the scene.
Wow, that sounds kind of like terrifying.
It's it's funny because it's so real. You're like, oh my god.
But if you want to watch it to escape reality, not relive it, you know?
I don't know. I really like
life, and life imitates art.
You're right. All right, we can do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then after the motorcycle scene is a whole bunch of scenes to move the story forward. Then we get into Casablanca, where they have the amazing dog scenes, dude. These scenes are incredible. Like there's some scenes where yeah.
Oh, it's so brutal.
It's
like
so
every
brutal,
single
yeah.
crotch bite, you're like, oh.
You're like, oh, yeah.
You're just watching it like you're covering up in the theater in your
Yeah,
seat.
you're like, please.
And they linger on the shot for so long. You're like, stop, stop. He's already dead.
Yeah.
He's already dead.
That's the scary part. Like these dogs will keep on biting until she told them to stop, even if they're dead. So I was like,
yeah,
man, I was just imagining it in real life. These are not small dogs. These are huge, muscly dogs.
What are they? Malamutes, I think.
I forgot what.
Weren't they German shepherds?
They mentioned the breed in an interview, but I forgot what the exact breed was. But they don't mess around, dude. Like if you got bit by one of these, I think they can drag you down pretty easily. Or like at least tear a limb off, you know. Your nuts off for sure.
They used to use German shepherds for police dogs, but this is the new breed that they're using because they're a little bit easier to train.
Okay.
Belgian and Malinois.
Okay.
Yeah.
They switched from Germany to Belgium.
Yeah. They're a little bit. They're probably even more vicious, but they're a little bit more tractable. So going back to my point that I touched on earlier. For this scene, they knew they wanted to do it, but they weren't sure they could. They went to a lot of Hollywood dog trainers, like animal trainers, and every single one told them, no, we cannot do that because there's no negotiating with an animal, right? You cannot tell them to stop.
You're right, yeah.
There's no time where you're going to say, okay, cut, and the animal's going to stop mauling your actor, okay?
It's like, stop it.
Just once that switch is on, it's on all the way, you know? And they finally found a trainer. He's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna have to do this right. We're gonna have to take a long time to train these dogs, and when we're done, they can never ever do anything else.
They can only be attack dogs.
Yeah, they're only gonna be attack dogs trained to a very specific triggers, right?
Yeah.
So they found 11 of these dogs.
Wow. Okay.
They were well, because you're never gonna film with only 2 dogs, right?
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah.
There's too many problems with that.
Yeah, so they trained 11 of them. They were all like approximately 1-year-old puppies when they got them from across the U.S. And they trained them to trigger to the color green, and they taught them that the attack was play. So you can immediately see how scary this is.
It's just don't wear green.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, so they would have like the stunt people wear like green and like key it and like roto it out later, but that's how they triggered the dogs, and now they can never do anything else.
Why would they train them to a color trigger instead of a sound?
I'm not sure what the reasoning was, but the trainer felt that it would be more reliable and a lot more targeted. Because if you tell a dog to attack, it might not necessarily attack the right person.
That's true. You don't know who the person is.
If you have like 30 mooks on a set and only one of them is padded, you definitely want them to attack the padded one.
The one guy who's not padded gets bit. It's like, I have this. Is it got bit in the crotch too? My nuts.
What if they had any accidents? Like if anyone got bit?
I think probably they would all be padded just to be safe, right? I'm just assuming.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Ballsy.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, again, it's like a craft and an art how to assemble these set pieces, and man, they spent a lot of time choreographing like scene to scene.
It was
and each individual gag.
It was so well done. Like they made the set so that when they made places so that dogs could run out from somewhere off screen into the screen and have it be plausible. You're like, oh, he could have come out from somewhere behind that whatever box was in front, or like
that crate.
Yeah, like that crate or like a wall of boxes. And like, oh man, there's so many scenes where they do tricks with the dogs. Where there's one scene where there's a wall high above Halle Berry, and the dog just like she leans against the wall and then just vaults up. I'm like, dude, these dogs are scary, man. Like I don't want to piss them off. Like,
have you seen actual videos of people training their dogs to do that?
No. How do they do it?
They can get up to like 15, 20 feet up.
Oh, it's scary.
Like it's wild.
It's scary and like
attack dogs are nuts, dude.
Oh,
they're insane. Yeah, these dogs like. It's sort of distressing the fact that they've been trained to do this and now they can never do anything again. But as long as they're taken care of, I guess I'm okay with it.
I mean, if they're taken care of and if they're still in movies, then I can see them doing well.
I mean, they could do another movie exactly like this, I guess. They're still there.
Or if they ever want to make a Call of Duty movie, Or
just have some really awesome attack dogs, you got some.
Yeah, you got to
make sure they never take them into a crowd where somebody's wearing green.
You go on like St. Patty's Day, you're like, oh no, what have I done? And just dogs are attacking everyone.
Like, it's fucking goofy time.
It's playtime. And people are dying. It's if you
watch like actual attack dogs and police dogs, a lot of them are pretty well adjusted. Like they understand the concept of like, oh, this is attacking and this is not attacking.
Well, they're trained to attack in a specific way.
Yeah.
Like go for an arm or a leg.
Always an arm or a leg.
They're trained to stop at a certain point. Yeah. But like these attack dogs had to be trained to go all the way.
Go for the crotch.
Nuts.
Yeah, the
nuts. Like go for like the neck.
Yeah.
Or like the chest.
That's so scary.
Dude, a nut thing is the scariest,
you can't do
man.
That with regular attack dogs. They're just gonna fucking kill people.
Like they train military dogs this way, right? Like actual attack dogs.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Right?
I don't know how they use dogs in the military. I know that they are very, very effective, but
I know that in the Middle East for some tours that they did actually have attack dogs. They had bomb sniffing dogs, but also some people owned attack dogs. So I'm assuming the training would be very, very similar to this. And a lot of them are back here in the US, like with the people they went on tours with, right? I'm assuming they're well adjusted. right? Right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I
don't know.
I don't have enough information for this, so.
I'll have to look it up because, yeah, they basically took 11 dogs for this and trained them specifically for the movie, which is an impressive feat. They trained with the actors too. John Wick and Halle Berry trained with the dogs to make sure that they were adjusted to them and their scent and how they would act around set, and they wouldn't freak out.
Dude, Halle Berry's freaking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. I was really worried when she was cast for this because she's had some real stinkers.
Oh, the Catwoman?
She's made some. She's made some amazing movies and some real stinkers.
Yeah.
But she was amazing. Like that, the scene that kicks this off, where he shot my dog.
Yes.
I get it. I
get it. Yeah.
I know.
I was like, I know. He's just nodding. He's like, I've been there too. Listen, I understand. Imagine
dogs were bulletproof vests.
Yeah, their dog isn't even dead. She's just like, I'm gonna kill everyone.
So that's still unacceptable.
Yeah. Oh.
Bro, in the 1930s, the Soviet Union trained anti-tank dogs.
How does that work?
They trained dogs to run at tanks to blow them up.
Yeah,
like suicide dogs.
Ran back to the trainers and killed them.
Yeah. I think it was very limited because the trainers eventually couldn't do it because it was too distressing to raise a dog for suicide.
I would imagine.
What they would do is they would basically put an anti-tank mine on the back of the dog, like a shape charge,
and then just have it run under the tank.
Run underneath the tank and trigger it.
No.
Yeah.
That's so sad, dude.
It's so sad, but it was a brutal war. But yeah, I think eventually they stopped using them because the trainers were like, "We can't do this anymore, man.
I'm not gonna do this.
Like, you can't do. You throw away all the people,
and I won't do it.
Just fucking shoot me."
And that day, many John Wicks were born.
You killed my dog.
You killed my dog.
But yeah, that was an incredible fight scene. Like, I guess we gotta do a better job of painting the picture with words for people. But there are 2 attack dogs that Halle Berry has, and they go and jump out of nowhere, bite the dude on the hand, they drag him down, and then just hold him there until she shoots him in the head. Or they might bite him in the crotch or the leg, or just go ham. And it was scary because I think I haven't been bitten by a dog before, but I understand there's a lot of weight to it. So just imagining someone who's never been bitten by a dog before have that happen to them in real life, I would imagine I would kind of react the same, where I'm just lying there screaming. Yeah,
I would assume so.
Yeah. Oh, there was also one funny. Again, this movie has very subtle humor. It's also dark humor, but there's a scene where Keanu is fighting 2 guys, and everyone's out of bullets. They're just shooting, and then the gun has no ammo. So they're just staring at each other.
Scene?
Yeah, the reload scene where they're staring at each other for a second, and then they're scrambling to reload. I got me a chuckle.
John Wick is faster than
of course, it makes sense. And also, he grabbed it from the guy too. I like how he stole his magazine.
He stole his mag.
Yeah, got me a chuckle.
Wait,
there. Yeah.
Apparently, up until the year 2000, war dogs, military attack dogs, were trained or put down. When they would come back to the U.S., they wouldn't be retired. But apparently, the first dog, Lex, was apparently he was granted early retirement in order to be adopted. And he received an honorary Purple Heart. Wow.
The dog's not gonna care.
A dog got a Purple Heart. Yeah.
Dog's not gonna care at all.
I don't know. It makes unfortunate sense to me that they would have put them down.
Yeah, I mean, I understand
he had
too.
50 pieces of shrapnel removed out of him.
Oh.
The dog. Holy shit. Dog,
a lot of them have their teeth surgically replaced as well because they tear them out in the process of attacking.
Yeah, so they give them titanium.
Yeah.
What a hard life.
Crazy.
It's a hard life for good boys.
Yeah, that's sad.
Boys, only the bestest of boys.
Yeah,
the best.
I mean, I guess the same thing kind of happens to people too. They don't really adjust well after coming back. PTSD and all. It's a hard life. Humans are meant for doing it either.
Yeah, which is why I was a little bit troubled about this movie about the dogs, because I'm like, it's one thing to for like police and military work, but if you're doing it for a movie and you train a bunch of dogs that are basically unsociable afterwards, then it could be potentially kind of bad. But I don't know.
You raise a great ethical question. Yeah.
Yeah, like
it's a professional trainer. I'm sure they'll be cared for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they can be adopted, but if they're as long as they're cared for, I guess that's
as long as you don't wear green.
Yeah.
Never wear green.
Never wear green.
Again.
Never look them in the eye either.
Wait. Now that you mentioned that, I thought that was so funny. Because yesterday, I was hiking and I went to this place called Monkey Park.
Yeah, you told me. Went to see monkeys. That's wild.
Kyoto?
Yeah, in Kyoto. And then they were like, don't look the monkeys in the eye.
I guess it's a thing. Like, I guess it's like a sign of aggression for animals, I guess.
Those monkeys are savages, man. I saw one monkey punch another monkey in the face for a piece of banana. I was laughing.
Did they fling their poo at anyone?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
But
they will punch you though.
There was one extra fat monkey, and he was just a bully, man. He was like punching other monkeys to get their bananas.
That's how he got fat,
I was like, there's a reason why he's fatter than all the
Yeah.
The fattest monkey.
My goodness. Yeah, I guess we learned something new. Don't look animals in the eye.
It depends. It's usually a sign of aggression.
Because some animals interpret that as aggression, and then aggression is...
Okay, this is a science experiment. We're going to go into the wilderness, and we will look every animal in the eye and see how they react. I'm saying this as a joke because I wouldn't do it in real life.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But it would make for an interesting parody video.
Yeah. So that.
Wait. It's like this video of the dude who stares down the gorilla. Have you seen this?
No.
It's amazing. It's like some dude in the jungle, and he's just like talking, and this random huge silverback gorilla just charges him, like 600, 700 pounds, just stares him down.
Okay. See how long it is. They can play it
There's one
briefly.
from like 15 seconds in.
Gotcha. 15 seconds in?
Yeah, just started 15 seconds.
And I think,
let's go to desktop.
I'm sure, if I would have even flinched once and would have dropped the camera or would have run or turned around, Adrian would have said, well, this
they're
is
also like,
not the right man.
Don't point your cameras at the monkeys. Don't get within 3 feet of the monkeys. Don't kneel down or else the monkeys might punch you.
What?
One day he decided
If you kneel down, then monkeys will punch you?
You're not supposed to kneel down.
Okay.
Someone yelled at me because I was kneeling down to take a picture of a monkey. No.
Someone said, hi,
so
Dad.
funny.
Well, hello, son.
I was
or daughter.
kneeling, right, to take a picture of a monkey. And one of the guys who, like, kind of like zookeepers, right?
Yeah.
He threw a banana or apple straight at the monkey's head. Just smacked the monkey. And I was so confused. I was like,
really
do that,
a strange
right?
feeling.
And the guy's like, oh, no, this one's a naughty one.
You gotta throw apples, yeah.
He'll attack you. I was like, oh.
I sensed there was something going to happen which really we shall never forget.
Yeah.
Hannibal suddenly called.
Good times. Did you go there, Barry?
From the background.
I missed it because we got there pretty late in the day, so it was either Bamboo Forest or the Monkey Mountain, and I figured the Bamboo Forest would be more accessible.
Did you like the Bamboo Forest? I didn't end up going.
Yeah, it was alright. It was kind of like just it was nice to walk around and decompress a little bit. Pretty beautiful around there.
I've been to like maybe 3 massive bamboo forests. So I was like, I'm guessing that this bamboo forest will be the exact same
Kung Fu
as all the
Panda.
other bamboo forests.
I did it mostly because the guy I was with had never seen one, so I'm like, alright, yeah, we'll go check it out.
That's an experience for sure. Yeah. Did you watch the video, Sam?
I did. It's just a monkey is like screaming at him, and then he's just like looking at him, and then the monkey ran away. So I was like, all right.
That's gonna be us.
No. Yeah. I'd say I'm gonna be looking at the monkey, and he's gonna get pissed off and just like pick me up and throw me around like Hulk did to Loki and Thor, just like by the legs, like bam. And then Loki's like, yes, now you know how it feels. This
They
movie's
could actually just
yeah.
through.
Oh, got Robo voice there. A second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what was that, Barry?
Oh, might have lost Barry.
Uh
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
oh. I.
checking out my notes again.
Did you see the deer?
At Nara?
Yeah, Nara.
Oh yeah, I got bit in the ass like 3 times. It was great.
Wait, like a deer
Really?
bit you in the
I'm
butt?
thinking about going today.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
Wait.
Is it worth going?
Yeah, absolutely. I would probably we spent like a day and a night there. I would probably just do it as a day trip.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna only go there for like maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then I'll do the Fushimi Inari shrines. You know.
Yeah,
Like
if you go early enough, you could probably fit that in. Go check out the big Buddha statue because I'm kind of sad I missed that in Nara.
The big Buddha statue.
Yeah,
I heard
and
that's
the
big
temple.
booty
I've
statue.
already seen the massive one in Tokyo. You know what I'm talking about? The giant metal Buddha.
I haven't seen that.
No.
We didn't go to that. But there was one in
Mm.
Yeah,
Nara.
I'm sad. I wish I spent more time in Kyoto. Like I'm leaving in like 2 days, but man, I wish I had more time. Like there's actually so many amazing things to see here.
Oh yeah, there's so
Yeah.
much great stuff. We blitzed
Not as
it.
boring as Tokyo.
Yeah, we blitzed through a lot of stuff in like a couple days in Kyoto, and then spent a day in Nara. But Fushimi in Nara is incredible.
Yeah.
I would definitely do the full trek up to the peak.
Is it worth it?
It's
I'm
worth it.
thinking about going at night so I can get the views like over the city.
I can take like a photo.
There's a spot. There's a spot on the trail to take a mad photo, but there's 2 spots. There's the shitty one, and then the one you have to look for. And then the top of the mountain you can't see anything. It's shrouded by a bunch of trees and shrines. But
oh, seriously? Damn.
yeah. But it's cool because like all the tourists are gone by about a third of the way up.
Yeah, everyone gives up. I heard after like
there's a distinct point where everybody gives up, and that's where people usually stop to take photos of the city. You'll know what I'm talking about when you get there.
Never give up.
At this point, the path branches into three paths.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 of them are a loop that go up to the peak, and one of them goes off to the side. If you go to the one that goes off to the side, and you deliberately go the wrong way, you deliberately go too far, you have to step past the shrines, and it'll take you to a place where there used to be a billboard, and there's a great view there with no one around.
Some secret
There's
tips.
Nice. I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah, we accidentally like went up there and like just kind of gaijined our way past like a couple fences, and we're like, oh, this is actually a much better view.
What does this say? I can't read Japanese.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
underneath "Do not enter."
I mean, it wasn't even just do not enter. It was just clearly like, this is not the way you're supposed to go, but we went that way anyway.
A path less traveled.
This sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty fast to get there. It's not like you have to wind up like another 30 minutes of trails. It's like walk up like
I'll look for it.
like a minute of stairs, and then there's like a whole bunch of shrines in like one dense area, and you have to just like wiggle your way past all of them. And then there's like a place where there's a billboard, and it's a much better view. But yeah, it's definitely worth the hike. And then in Kyoto, Kiyomizu-dera is probably more worth it to see at night, I think, because there's less people, and like when they light it up at night, it's like so beautiful.
Incredible. Yeah.
Then you could do there's a stupid prayer gong that everybody rings, and I like definitely smashed that as hard as I can.
Is it where you do this thing and you go bang?
Everyone's like being super polite.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a gong. It's like a giant like bronze bowl that you just kind of tap with a hammer.
Okay.
And it makes like the bong. Right?
I know what you're talking about.
And everyone's like super polite and just like tapping it. And I get up there like,
I'm Thor.
Gaijin power.
Yeah, Gaijin power.
I smacked it as hard as I could. And my friend has his face in his hands like, can't believe you did that.
You gotta let the world know the Gaijins are here.
Yeah, definitely smash that. Smash that like button.
Smash it, yeah. I smashed that gong.
Yeah, the whole area is so cool. The Higashiyama, I think, is the historic district. That whole area is just
Yeah, I was walking around there last night. Holy dude, it's so nice.
it's incredible.
Yeah,
What about the food?
I
That's all I
definitely
care
want to
about.
come back to Kyoto.
The food in Kyoto?
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, street
Jealous.
food, pretty good.
Street food is great. I will say it's the only time in Japan that I've gotten ripped off.
Really?
Was in Kyoto, outside of Inari Taisha. I handed a street vendor, let's see, 1,000 yen.
That's
Okay.
$10?
That's like $10.
Okay, yeah.
And his skewer was 5,000 yen. And he handed me no change back, and I only realized it when I was a block away. I was
Did
like,
you go back?
You fucker. No,
I would have gone back.
Yeah.
I didn't go back. I was
Give me
like,
back my
"Fuck,
money.
what-" It was the only time I was distinctly ripped off. I'm like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty rare though in Japan to get ripped off though. Even as a foreigner, like,
Yeah,
bro, you got to be careful of that shit in like Southeast Asia. When I was around Thailand and stuff, everyone would try to upcharge me, and I'm just like, nah, piss off, dude. I know that this is 30 cents. Don't try to sell it to me for $3.
Yeah, Thailand, Vietnam, and most of China. Everybody's gonna try to rip you off.
Interesting.
Fucking everyone.
What
I
if
don't know
you're
about
like
Korea.
Man,
I've never been to Korea.
seems I'm Japanese.
Korea?
Korea's pretty fine. Like, you'll be okay.
Yeah, I guess it depends. If you go like
For
to
most part,
the
won't rip you off.
marketplaces that are run by like ajumas, then maybe.
You gotta no. It's not that you'll get ripped off. You just need to know how to barter.
Yeah, you gotta haggle the
Yeah.
price down a little bit.
You have to haggle for everything.
Yeah.
It's not that they're ripping you off per se. It's just that if you don't know how to haggle, it's gonna cost you more money.
Yeah. But everything else is pretty much well established, and you just pay whatever they ask for.
Yeah.
And you get what you get.
Yeah, the marked price is the actual price. Like for 99.
Cool. Bet I might visit South Korea next year. Maybe Busan.
Nice. I thought you were gonna say
Bro,
North
when?
Korea, and I was like, okay, that'll be an adventure.
I don't know. I'm trying to put it together with a couple friends. They have some family out there, and I got my buddy Kenny who lives in Seoul that I might visit and hit out his sister.
I remember you mentioned that, and I asked if she was hot, and I think you said doesn't
I don't
matter.
care.
Yeah, you don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's not the important part.
objective.
Yeah,
That's the important part. Oh, I can't wait. It's like one of my life's objectives.
Top of your bucket list.
Yeah.
The top. I don't care about seeing the Gangnam District or like any. Just gotta go hit on this kid's sister, dude.
Oh, what an adventure!
So funny.
That's how you get married. It's like, okay. That's how I met your mother.
Nah, Korea's great. Korea's always a good time, and it's way easier to get around than Japan.
Really?
Like as a foreigner, I think it's much easier to get around.
Japan was comically easy to get around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so easy.
Some places don't have English signs.
I mean, I was fine. I don't know.
You can
Everything
speak
made sense to me.
Weeb. That's why. You watch all the anime, and I just absorb that knowledge internally. Just know.
Yes. The anime knowledge. Dude.
Anime knowledge helps.
I don't have the weeb.
Yeah, the Weeb.
I mean,
I don't speak enough weeb to get around.
I barely speak enough to hold together like a broken like kindergarten level conversation, but
I can't even have a preschool level conversation. I can have a 9-month-old conversation. That's
You can have a conversation with a fetus.
Rough screaming.
Yeah, it's like
Screaming indicates hunger. That's about all as much as I can do.
You just say so. That's that. That's it. So that's that. Hi. Yeah.
Oppai.
Oppai. Oppai wa doko desu ka? It's like nani? I know, like, how much does it cost? Ask ikura desu ka? Something like that. I'm butchering the words, obviously.
Conversation with someone, and I don't speak any Japanese, and this dude barely spoke English, and somehow we managed to have an entire conversation about film cameras, and he was teaching me about film cameras,
Nice.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Was he using Japanglish?
Reactions I've had in Japan. Yeah.
Okay.
Japanglish is great.
Japanglish.
I had a lot of conversations with people like that. Yeah, they're all super friendly, especially because I was going around with my super Irish friend. He's like the whitest guy you'll ever see.
Like a beacon of light.
And everyone was in awe of him. It was incredible.
Yeah. I just blend in. People just assume I'm Japanese.
Yeah.
You know? I have the hair. I dress the part.
A unique glow.
I think 3 or 4 people asked him if the carpet matched the drapes because he has red hair.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. Just imagine him like pointing up at his head and then pointing down at his crotch. Like same.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Really?
I'm like, I could translate this for you, but I figure you. It was wonderful.
That's amazing.
I don't know if you had it in Japan, but like in Korea, I don't know if the culture is the same, but like everyone dates. If you're like single, you just date for the heck of dating.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays it's a lot less, but like, yeah.
Being single is practically a crime.
Yeah. So
Korea.
like they'll
Not
just
in Japan.
Not in Japan, all right. So like in Korea,
sad, lonely people who live
really
at home, you know,
a lot of weebs
until they're 38.
Yeah, that's me.
A lot of otaku.
Yeah.
A lot of otaku.
But like in Korea, like you know, speaking English perfectly is kind of a thing that you want. So a lot of girls
it's
will.
a major plus.
Yes, a major plus. So a lot of girls will ask out white guys if they can speak English, just to learn better English, and then they'll dump them later.
Better at English,
yeah. So if you're bringing white friends, tell them to watch out for the English diggers. They don't even want your gold. Yeah. They just want your language.
They'll take advantage of you for your foreign language
skills.
Yeah.
I mean, money is a good thing. Oh, what is up, Kellen? It's true story. True story.
I was talking to Sam yesterday about this, but we should like make a travel podcast where we just talk about foreign countries.
Yeah, I'm down.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Sure, I've been to a few.
We should go to North Korea.
No.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
I don't feel like giving any money to a totalitarian regime.
I'm okay with
Not
it.
At all.
No. That's why you give it to the Chinese people.
Yeah, the China number one. You know.
China number one.
I'm pretty sure that if you give them money, that it's gonna go straight into Kim Jong-un's belly. He's just gonna buy some nice food, maybe some Gucci apparel.
He's gonna buy a shit ton of Johnny Walker Blue Label.
Yeah.
Yep.
They get like massive shipments of Johnny Walker Blue Label.
Just for him?
Korea is like one of the top consumers of Blue Label.
Oh,
and
really?
It all goes to fucking Kim Jong-un.
Amazing.
Like mathematically. You're like, wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
How does one man drink this much Blue Label?
Check into North Korea. We don't check out. I just remember because I was watching that Vice City Guide to North Korea. I remember.
Yeah, that's a great documentary.
That's a great one. And then they do another one where they visit logging camps in Russia to spy on these North Korean workers who were basically sent to work in Russia as virtual slave labor. And you know, that's another adventure. That's another great documentary if you want to check it out.
Wait, there was this photo series. Like, there's this journalist, right, who was on a train in North Korea, and their train broke down in some like random ass middle of nowhere town in North Korea, and they're like, oh yeah, like just stay near the train while we fix it for like the next 2 hours. So this guy walked around and took pictures of like the local people.
Oh,
which is highly illegal, right?
Yeah, Vice had to swallow the SD cards or something. Yeah.
So this guy, after that, he swallowed the SD card and then pooped it out later.
Way to go. Drug mule 101.
And used it.
Just poop it out later. Wow.
Dedication to journalism right there.
Wait, do you have a link to that? Because I would like to see that.
The key is to always buy micro SDs.
Mike, you're right. Make it easier to go in and out.
Easier to go in and out.
Don't swallow an SD card.
The size of a piece of corn, right?
Yeah. Or like the Sony ones, the memory sticks where they're like super long. Oh, that'd be rough, dude. It's like long as your finger.
Just get. Yeah, I don't know, but go hard, dude. Just swallow like a whole external hard drive.
No. I don't think you can poop that one out.
Just put it up your butt.
Just like giving birth. Like
That even come out. That's like birthing a child.
Yeah, it's birthing a small baby box. Like.
Think of how many photos you can fit on.
You're right, though. There's so many more.
Terabytes right there.
Yeah, terabytes.
Terabytes of storage.
Wow, you're thinking next level. That's true dedication.
If you're really dedicated, you can fit like a whole raid.
Oh no, a NAS bay in your butt.
Like a whole NAS.
Like a 10 drive bay, not even just like a 3-1.
Boys, this is what you need.
Yeah.
The SanDisk 1 terabyte micro SD card
for $500. Okay, awesome. Incredible. Yeah.
Incredible.
This is what we need when we go to North Korea.
Exactly. When we go to North Korea, you need that 1 terabyte SD card, micro SD card for $500. Worth it, so you don't ruin your butt when you poop out a hard drive.
Yeah, but for real, I'd be down to do like a travel podcast or something. Talk about travel destinations.
I wanted to do it. So like, what do you think of this later? Like, what if we get, I don't know, filthy rich somehow doing this podcast? I know it's just a pipe dream, but instead of doing a podcast, we do like a video podcast, or we just go to the actual countries.
Like video blog.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Traveling to some of these places is not. I mean, it's pricey, but it's not as expensive as you might imagine, because of the advent of Airbnb and economy international flights. It's not going to be comfortable.
We're gonna have our own plane. It's just saying.
Like in Japan, I made it a point to stay at like fairly economic Airbnbs to get the full experience.
Like an actual person's house. Or apartment. Yeah. Actually, it'd be apartment, right?
Like a real apartment.
Yeah.
Or even like potentially like the bottom rung of apartments. I laid into place that looked like it was definitely a converted utility closet, because that's literally the size. It was like you had room to walk straight in and straight out.
Okay.
And me and my buddy.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
My buddy both stayed there. It was.
Wait, 2 people stayed in there?
2 people stayed in. Okay. It was like 10 feet deep.
Economical travel.
Yeah.
and the second bunk was like built into the ceiling, so that he could lie down and had like 3 inches of space above his face. It was amazing.
The place I'm in is actually really nice. Like the Airbnb I'm staying at in Kyoto, it's like there's a small bathroom. There's enough room that there's a small kitchen.
Oh, okay.
And there's enough room for there to be 2 desks.
What a luxury!
1 sitting desk and 1 floor desk.
Oh, you should have stayed. You should have stayed at one of the guest houses, because they used like the old style Kyoto houses.
What's that? Yeah.
It's like the class. It's like what they built up. Like they're all incredibly old, like in original construction.
Is it like the wooden sliding doors with the paper on it, and like the wood floors where you have to heat coal underneath to heat it up, like that kind of style?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Korean style too.
Legit.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. There are a lot of guest houses that use those. They're kind of getting all torn down now, which is kind of sad.
That's sad. Yeah.
People are preserving them.
It's because it's like inhumane to house that many people in a small space or whatever.
Yeah, well, also because like they're really not modern at all. They're super hot in the summer, incredibly cold in the winter.
That's how you lived, That's how you lived.
But it was pretty cool. I'm glad we stayed there. It was probably one of the nicer places. Like the most dumpster place we stayed was in Roppongi, which is the walk-in closet, utility closet thing.
Oh, Roppongi.
Okay. Yeah, Roppongi was like, it's the nicest and worst area of Tokyo. It's where all the rich people live, and then like it's also like kind of an armpit, because
kind of a slum.
Yeah, kind of like all the shady shit is there. Like all like the Russians and Africans trying to pull you into like scam strip clubs and
Wait, what's a scam strip club?
And they were trying to like.
I mean, it's a strip club.
Yeah.
All
Like,
these
well,
girls.
yeah, like there's literally like dozens and dozens of like Russians and Africans who are standing on street corners like, hey guys, you want to have a good time? Lots of
You
beer,
want
lots of
good
cold beer,
time?
pretty girls.
Yeah.
And we're like, no.
It's like,
No.
nah, I'm good.
And then do they
No,
like
fam.
blackmail you later or something?
No, I mean they're just you know trying to pull people into these bars, and like they may or may not be a scam. Generally, they are. Like the drinks are probably super overpriced, or like they might roofie you, you know,
Oh,
and
really?
overcharge your card. Yeah, it's a thing that's happening.
Wow. Okay. Good to
I mean,
know.
it's. I'm not gonna say it's unsafe. It's perfectly safe. Just don't like let somebody pull you into like a back alley like strip club. But even then, it's probably fine. But in some of these places, you're gonna get ripped off real hard.
Gotcha.
We ran into a guy that got. Well, I mean, he says he got roofied, but really, listening to his story, he just got himself into a situation where he was going to get drugged.
Okay.
Like he went to like a shady club in Yokohama,
In Yokohama, yeah.
like the red light district of Yokohama, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah.
And like he met up with a bunch of girls, and like they approached him. They're like, "Hey, want to go have a good time somewhere else?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then they go off to like their apartment, and then they're like, "Hey, you want to do some cocaine?" He's like, "Yeah."
Okay, it's all right. Sounds like a good time.
And then he does a bunch of cocaine, like off her butt and off her tits and stuff. And then it's like 4 girls, and then like that's the end of his story. Because next thing he knows, we find him in a bar. Because he's like completely blacks out, and then we run into him in a bar, and he's like, "Guys, I think I got roofied."
I don't know where the hell I am.
Yeah.
He's like, he literally doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know where his friends are. Like,
Are you sure it's
his
not the
backpack is
cocaine?
empty. Well, no,
No,
that's
okay.
not what cocaine does to you.
All right,
That's
I
not
wouldn't
what
know.
cocaine-
I'm just asking.
I mean, it's like if that's the way you're doing cocaine, somebody's gonna slip you something else instead of the cocaine, and that'll do something to
Okay,
you.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Well, that's not what cocaine does. And
I
then-
was thinking of like blackmailing scams where they're like, trying to think.
where like,
Oh, like the
they
girl is underaged, and then they take videos of it, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna post this all over SM or social media if you don't give us money." And
Well, that's child porn.
yeah. Well, I mean, they can't post it like not in like pornish pictures, but like, oh, you're with an underage, you're trying to get with an underage girl, and then they try to extort money out of you. I heard that's a thing.
I haven't heard that scam. I know like roofing and like general robberies are like sort of a thing, but it was super safe.
I read that in
my favorite one
Lookism.
is-
If you go do blow off of a hooker's ass, yeah, you're probably gonna get in trouble. But
Yeah, say no to drugs. You know.
My favorite is when they do the
Yeah.
Oh, can you sign this petition for the deaf and blind? And then you say yes, right? Because you're not a terrible person. And as you're signing it, someone's distracting you in the front, and then someone goes behind and then opens up your backpack and steals all your shit.
yeah,
So just say
That's a
no.
really popular one in Europe.
Okay.
No, so you just say no.
Yeah.
But I literally watched someone get their stuff stolen in front of me, like this Korean couple, and I was like, that's so sad.
And you know Koreans carry cash. Like they know, like Koreans love carrying cash. I don't know if that's the same with other Asians. I think it's the same with Japan too.
I mean, in Japan, it's all cash. Dude.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I
only
thought.
cash.
Yeah.
It's all fucking cash. I was so angry at the growing wad of change in my fucking pocket.
Dude, the
It was
coins
like 10
are
pounds
so
of
annoying.
coins.
Yeah.
Just dumping it out at the end of each night.
Just
Like,
throw it
you
at
used to go to
people.
temples and then take all your coins and just throw them in.
I did that. I did that at King Kakuji. I got rid of like all of my pennies.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the 5, like the 1 and like 5 and like whatever coins. Like they have little bowls that you can throw coins at. I just like took out this giant wad, like grenaded it over. I'm like, I'm free.
I'm walking so much lighter with all this change weighing me down.
No, it was obnoxious.
Man,
But yeah, I feel like we've drifted from the topic a little bit. So
we did. It's
Just a
okay.
little
It was a nice
Just
segue,
a
you know.
little.
It's a nice segue.
Just a little.
Sometimes you gotta keep it fresh.
Japan is in John Wick briefly, right?
Yeah.
The sushi chef guy.
Sushi chef ninjas come in. This is a nice segue because pretty much, I mean, we gotta go over the scene in New York where they take out the bulletproof guys, and that leads into the ninjas anyways. So pretty much we're there, you know, like.
Oh, it was a lot. That was pretty cool. It was like throwing like jabs at him with like 9mm bullets.
Yeah, it was like
I was like punching him with bullets.
Yeah, like I like the one scene where these bulletproof guys come out, and there's 3 of them, and he's just like taking turns shooting each of them because like each shot like kind of staggers them down a little bit, but they get back up.
Yeah.
So he used to be like shoot, 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 like just taking turns shooting people, and then finally he just like gets tired and keeps shooting the same guy in the head until the bullet goes through, or like he lifts the eye goggles, shoots him behind the goggles, drops it down, and then shoots him in the head again just for good measure. You gotta make sure, you know, like one shot's not enough.
Can never be too sure.
Never can, yeah. John Wick.
Always double tap.
Yeah, always triple
If
tap.
the John Wick movies have taught you anything, always double tap.
Always double tap, exactly. Triple tap, quadruple tap, spinal tap.
You gotta be sure, dude.
I think that fight scene was more straightforward. It was kind of like leading into the ninja fight, because what happens is, all right, they take turns shooting the dudes, and then him and the concierge go back, grab shotguns, and then just freaking blow their heads off. Like literally, their heads get blown clean off, and they go ham. I was like, all right.
Like they do a couple things to kind of poke fun at Hollywood movies here. One is when somebody gets hit with a bulletproof whatever armor, it hurts.
It does hurt, yeah.
It fucking hurts.
It doesn't penetrate, but the impact is still there, so it can break things.
Like punched.
Yeah.
It's like getting punched really, 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 really hard. All that kinetic energy is still there, just not going through you.
You can get internal bleeding. You can still, Anyways.
Yeah, a lot of people break ribs after getting shot, even with like a flak jacket on.
Yeah, with like a full bulletproof vest, you still get like get the wind knocked out of you, maybe crack a rib. But like that, and then like the little pool shooting thing where they shoot a gun underwater.
Oh yeah, it slows the bullet down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, thank you.
And then he pulls the gun straight up to the guy's head.
Yeah.
And just pulls it under. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, and then like Kool-Aid comes out everywhere. Obviously, it's Kool-Aid. That was great though. Yeah, I think that's the first movie where the bullets are like slowing down, and you can see the trajectory of the bullet in the water. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Because like in so many movies, like they swim like 50 feet underwater, and these bullets are like zipping by and killing people, and you're like, man, those are some badass bullets. I want whatever they're using.
They ignore the laws of physics. Just maintain velocity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do they use for something like that? Probably just all dummy rounds, like rubber bullets.
In the pool?
Yeah, in the pool. Like, how do they get?
I don't know.
Assume that had to have been CG.
Yeah.
It was probably like a flash blank in the gun. And then probably all of the actual bullet itself and like the water ripples was.
They don't have to CGI. They could probably just shot real bullets in the water in the same angle and then put it on top. You know,
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of work.
I guess they could have composited it. Yeah.
I guess we'll have to figure it out too. How did they do the underwater scene? Let's check that out. Stab the eye scene and underwater scene. We'll check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Man, that whole like sequence is just so much fun.
It felt like a video game.
We need more firepower.
We need more firepower. It's like they're bulletproof. I mean, you can see the exact words, but and the concierge, I love him because he's like, may I suggest this, and it's like giving him the ammo. No other movie does that. Going to the gun details.
Yeah, like all the suit up scenes are so great in all these movies.
Yeah.
You just got like the giant bandolier of magazines.
Yeah, and
Ugh.
I like how his suit is messed up because he got so much junk underneath his suit. Like other movies, you know, they try to make the character look good, but like in this movie, his suit is messed up because he's carrying all this ammo. It was incredible. Yeah.
When he's running
Stuff
around
that-
reloading the shotgun with
Oh,
actual like reload time, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
oh my god, that was great.
They spend so much time like just giving the action these moments to realize that like guns have guns have limited ammunition. You know, people get knocked around when they get shot even with bulletproof armor.
Yeah.
And all these wonderful things like bullets going through cover if
Yeah.
it's not good cover.
Yeah. That one
It's like
didn't
you
make
can't-
sense. They're like literally hiding behind like a composite wood table that someone flipped over and somehow they don't get hit. Like, you know, like the generic action movie where they flip a table. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, I hate that so much.
Yeah.
I hate that so much. Or like hiding behind a car door is a
Yeah.
big one. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything.
Like it'll obscure vision, but they'll just shoot at where they think you are, and you're probably gonna get hit anyways. It's just more like
Yeah, I mean, you hide behind the engine block.
Okay.
Is where you hide behind.
Good
Because
advice.
that's a giant hunk of metal. But
Good.
a car door is like a millimeter thick. And
Yeah, they
you're just
tested
gonna get
this.
shot.
Just to scrape your car door.
Uh,
Imagine that with a bullet.
Yeah, MythBusters has tested this. The car door stops nothing. However,
yeah.
a car stuffed with phone books
Will
does
stop?
stop quite a few bullets.
really? So just
A
shove a
phone
bunch
book-
of phone book.
A phone book is actually decent bulletproof armor because it's so thick and so dense. It can stop a deep like light ammunition. I wouldn't test this,
Let's test it.
but if you're getting shot at and your options are diving behind a wood table or grabbing a phone book,
Grab
I
a
would
phone book.
probably reach for the phone book.
I just imagine a dude where he like steps out and he's like has phone books all around him and strapped like as armor and just like trying to fumble around.
Yeah, no shit. I'd be like, wrap them around me. It's all we got.
Wait, wasn't there a YouTube channel where a girl shot her boyfriend through a phone book to make sure like if it would stop a bullet, and it didn't because she shot it like a little off and he died? Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
I believe they made a couple critical errors. One, they actually did it.
Yeah.
Your first mistake was
Yeah.
being stupid enough to do
Yeah.
it.
The second was they did it at point blank.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they shot point blank.
They shot
Which
point
is-
blank. And the third was they did not use small caliber ammunition. I think
Use
it was like a
large.
45.
They didn't. What? Why?
Because, I mean, dumb people are going to do dumb things, bro. Like.
Oh my god.
I don't know what they
Why?
were thinking. It's just like
I don't know. Just don't do that,
Don't-
guys.
just don't think
shoot
about
guns at people unless you actively need them to die.
You're right.
Like
Like,
trigger discipline. You don't even point like the barrel of a gun at someone unless
Yeah.
you have the intention of shooting them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely
gun
not.
101. Gun usage 101.
absolutely not. Do not play around with firearms, guys. You will hurt yourself or hurt someone. Like my fucking boss has a concealed carry, and he accidentally discharged a round into the ground, clearing his weapon.
Oh,
Because he's a fucking idiot.
God, that's so
Goodness.
scary, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I fucking hate you.
I need at least 2 raises.
My life is in
Right
danger.
now.
Yeah. Right. I need hazard
like-
pay. Oh, that
I don't know,
reminds me,
man.
dude. You told me that someone got shot in Chinatown, like a block from where you were working.
Yep.
Yeah, that's scary. I
A
visited.
couple people.
Yeah.
Nowhere
is safe.
Nowhere is safe.
Yeah.
Because it's right, like on the
Consider South Side.
yeah, it's south side. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, it's Chinatown and then Bridgeport and then like fucking real ass ghetto.
Chirac.
Chirac.
That's
Welcome to
real ass
Chirac.
Yeah, real ass Chirac right there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Real ass John Wick down there, except a lot less professionalism, a lot less courtesy with the murder.
Yeah, right, you're right. They're not courteous. They don't avoid chandeliers or
clean up
avoid
the
shooting
bodies.
horses. Yeah. They don't clean up the bodies. Alright, I don't think we have to spend too much time on the New York fight scene other than they used bulletproof guys. It felt like a video game scene. They upgraded the mob to like elites, and then you needed to upgrade your weapon level before you can clear it out.
It's the elite mob. So you
The
gotta
elite
go
mob,
to the
yeah.
vendor and buy
Yeah,
the
exactly.
gun.
The vendor. Vendor's like, here, take this.
So like, I've been avoiding you all game, and now it's time to finally buy the upgraded weapon.
Yep.
Right before the boss fight.
Right. And then the boss fight is the ninjas, and I think it was a little underwhelming, but I think I know why, because I was mentioning this to Isaiah. The ninjas were badass because they work together. They're not like, oh, let's attack this guy one at a time until he killed us all. They're like, we're gonna attack together and just wreck these guys, not give him a chance. And had they done that to John Wick, I think he probably would have lost if they didn't give him like a leg up and just everyone just piled on top of him and killed him. But like the dude, Bald Ninja Man's like, he's mine to kill. And it's like, oh, the thing of you get to fight all of my students before you get to fight me.
Yeah, it's literally like a boss fight.
It's like a boss
you have to
fight, yeah.
The bosses. You have to fight the boss.
Yeah, you gotta fight the boss's minions, then you get to fight the boss. And I get it though.
I wouldn't say it was underwhelming. I just think it's probably the weakest action set piece of the movie.
I
still
agree.
Really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how he just
I thought
like
it was funny when they kept throwing him through sheets of glass.
yeah, when they're fighting the twin bros, and just like every time he got up, they just
stop after like the third one. They're just like
keep going.
okay, like these tall glass cabinets with crystal skulls in them for some reason. I was thinking of Dan Aykroyd because he's really into that occult stuff. So I thought they were gonna reference some kind of alien stuff, but instead they're just these giant tall glass cabinets and these two brothers, these twins. They just keep kicking John Wick into them, and just like he like goes in and breaks him. He gets up, they do it again over and over again. So this entire wall of glass cabinets are broken. I thought that was hilarious.
I think spent so much money on sugar glass.
Yeah, sugar. Yeah,
so
the candy glass.
Sugar glass.
Like
so much.
What did you mess up the scene? You gotta do it again. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, they clearly had to have done at least a couple of takes.
yeah.
So they definitely had to reset that a couple of times. So props to the props department.
Exactly.
Come in, sweep it all away.
Yeah, you gotta sweep it out. You're like, oh, I hate my life. I'm doing this for John. Doing this for Keanu. Oh. And I liked it because in my mind, what I'm thinking is, I think he's tired, so he's just taking a short break and just letting them kick him into the glass so he could just take a breather. You know, that's my thinking. I'm just like, he needs to catch his breath a little bit. Let me just get kicked around. Yeah, it's not gonna hurt me that much.
It's fun. And then he fights the two guys from the raid.
Oh, they're from the raid. Okay.
Oh my god. Yes, I was so hyped.
That was so good.
That was incredible. Yeah.
It was so well done because it was all wide angle, long takes.
Yeah.
For the whole fight.
It was real action.
I like that fight scene better than the final boss fight scene.
Yeah, the final boss was like an idea more than a fight.
Yeah.
I liked it. Yeah.
Oh man, it's just like there's so much clarity and like
you can see everything.
You can see everything. It's a little unfortunate because you can see there were a couple points where you can see the choreography fall apart a little bit when somebody misses like a beat.
I know what you're talking about. There's some points where
I saw this too.
Yeah.
There's a couple, but I was like, this is fine. I'm completely okay with this.
It looks great.
I would rather see the mistake than just have like 5 cuts around it and not have any clarity.
Yeah.
It's so good. You just like see people getting thrown on their ass and getting hit in the face. Like, oh man, I wish everything was like this.
I loved it where they hold out his hand, their hands to John because they kicked his ass the first time, he gets up, he starts to be serious, and he takes off the belt, and then he uses the belt, just like starts whipping them and like using it to catch their knife hands and everything. And I think that was kind of funny because when he uses the ticket for the gypsies later, before that, they're like, "We want your belt too." And just like, they take it. I was like, "Why?" And then I understood. It's kind of a neat little reference back, I guess.
I mean, he killed a man with a pencil.
Yeah, you're right. He's the Joker. You want to see a magic trick?
The fuck? Pencil.
Who does that?
Yeah. Oh, that was fantastic. And I liked how he didn't kill them. So he just said, "Be seeing you later." So I don't know what that meant. You know, is he gonna kill them later?
Something that they've referenced throughout the series. Actually, that's always how two assassins say goodbye.
Oh, you're right. That's what Bald Ninja Man said, and he's like, "No, you won't." He just leaves.
It's what he says. It's what the black guy says.
And it's what the mute assassin.
Yeah, the mute assassin says it. And it's what Vigo says at the end of the first movie too. "Be seeing you, John."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a thread that goes throughout it.
Because isn't it kind of like them essentially saying like, "Be seeing you in hell"?
Yeah, but basically,
gotcha.
It's kind of like
now that makes sense. Now that makes sense.
It's like a morbid way of saying goodbye.
We're all going to the same place eventually, anyway.
Yeah.
That is true.
So I always like that little touch in there.
Yeah, I like this because even though the last fight scene with the ninja, and I'll just describe it for the people listening, but like they do ninja stuff. So like they attack a guy and then they go hide in the shadows and they pop out later, like boo, or like he does a thing where they hide behind clear glass, so it tries to stab him and then the glass blocks it. And I thought it was great because they kind of reference all these ninjas doing ninja stuff, and then John Wick does it. So either he's a ninja, or he learned it on the fly just watching them. So I want to know which one it is. But either way, John Wick is a ninja, confirmed. He's better than the ninja headmaster and all of his students, so he's the ultimate ninja. I think that's kind of neat. But yeah, it's just like a regular sword fight. He did ninja stuff, and then later he just stabs him. It's kind of brutal because he's holding the sword. The bald ninja man is trying to hold it with this gloved hand, and it's like blood, it's bleeding, and then he just like slowly like pushes it into his chest, and like it's funny because then he's like, "All right, that was a pretty good fight, right?" He just stands up, and I was like, "Be seeing you later. I just need to catch my breath." And then he just walks away. He's like, "No, you won't." Just walks away. Oh, it just ends.
It just does.
Yeah, and earlier when they're sitting in the hotel, he's sitting on the couch on the right side of the couch. It's our left, his right, and then he sits right next to him. And then he just leans over. I was like, I'm a huge fan, by the way. You know, like you and I, we're the same. Like he's like a nerd. He's like an assassin nerd. He's like awestruck at seeing John Wick.
Yeah, but what I've seen today, it's like that was amazing.
That was amazing. He has so much character, and then John's just like straight face. He's like, "No, you won't," and just leaves. Like, no, we're not the same. It's incredible. All these like differences in character and acting. This guy is funny. He has a sense of humor for a ninja, just killing everyone. Oh man. Yeah. That just,
I like the fact that he actually speaks English.
Yes.
So that's a major plus.
Don't have people that can't speak the language speaking it for long stretches of time. I hate that. Like, oh, just thinking of the scene in Black Panther. Why couldn't you find a Korean person, right? Like, why?
Yeah, they literally filmed it
in Korea. Just find a person off the street. Just say, "Hey, just say this one line."
Ajuma.
Yeah, Ajuma, like
any Ajuma off the street, man. Literally, like 3 sentences.
Please say this. They're like, okay, and then all right, cut. You're good. Better than what they got. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, that's just a little side rant. Like, would you rather have which is worse? Them trying to speak the language, but they clearly can't, or them speaking English in an accent? Because they do
It's the
this a lot.
same. It's like John speaking Russian. Like his Russian's pretty rough.
It's pretty
His
rough, but he
Russian's
keeps
pretty
it short. You know what I mean? Like it's not like
Yeah.
you know.
Like having listened to years of Russians and Portuguese yell at me in Dota,
In Dota,
and
yeah.
CS, I feel like I have an okay handle on the accent.
You're right. Mana, 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 mana. Where's Kuru in there? Mana, mana. Mana.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it was a game where Kuru was keeper of the light, and he has a move where he can give mana to a character. So this Portuguese guy was following him, and he was literally saying mana, mana, like over and over again, and that just stuck with us. I think that was Kuru, right?
Yeah, we all started saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mana, 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 mana,
mana.
mana.
Oh man, he was so angry after that game.
I don't know. I'm so angry.
We ran into like this Russian invoker. We like adopted him for a few games to play with us.
I forgot
this adorable
that.
Russian accent. He was just like cursing in Russian. I'm like, this is amazing.
I mean, yeah, every Dota 2 player knows like suka блядь.
Бред.
Just like
Бред. Иди нахуй. That's wonderful. Бред. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that's left is like the betrayal on the rooftop.
I'm hoping it's fake. I'm hoping it's fake. I don't want Winston. Winston can't betray John Wick. I was sad. I was actually sad. You know, like
it's half fake because he's acting in self-interest, but it's also kind of like giving
John Wick a way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only way for him to keep the hotel and John to escape.
Yeah, so like to describe the scene.
Him in the plot armor.
Yeah, it shoots him in the plot armor. We gotta do a better.
And he only shoots him in the chest.
You're right.
Bulletproof.
His bulletproof suit. Yeah, it does shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
But like, this scene, there's a lady called the Adjudicator who came from the high table, and basically she's the annoying villain that you want to kill later. But she goes around. She knows everything, and she's like, "You broke the rules, so I'm gonna punish you," kind of character. And Winston, the hotel owner, for helping John Wick, he loses the hotel. Gets deconsecrated so that you can fight on hotel grounds now. And then later, there's some funny scenes where she's trying to negotiate with Winston. He goes, okay, and just hangs up, right? And then they're like at the end, parlay, because John Wick and the concierge literally kill all of the soldiers. They kill the super elite mob bulletproof guys. They kill all the ninjas, and then they go back and they're parlaying, and then Winston's like, all right, it was just all a scam. I'm loyal to the table. It's just a show of force to show what I'm capable of, and I'm still loyal. So give me back the hotel. And the Adjudicator's like, I did nothing. Yeah, exactly. John Wick and the concierge did everything. And then concierge is also protected by plot armor, because when the bulletproof guys first attack, all of the regular suited guards die except for the concierge.
Yeah, they just die like
like they're like this.
Run out and die.
Yeah, and the concierge is like, I got plot armor, guys. I'm sorry, but you're not important. And then the Adjudicator is like, we can't forgive John Wick though. He killed too many high table guys. So like, all right, we'll kill him. And then he shoots him off the hotel rooftop. And then, of course, he knows that he's wearing bulletproof suit. Doesn't shoot him in the face, just shoots him in the suit a bunch of times. And then he's like getting shot, and then he falls over the hotel, slides down, lands in the street, and then he gets
falls like 10 stories.
Yeah, 10 stories. And he doesn't die. Gets picked up by a hobo prime. Hobo prime picks him up and then just eats him to Morpheus. And here, this part actually got to me, because even though Winston and the concierge aren't really characters, you know, they don't do anything, but I like them, and I don't want John to kill him. So I was really sad, and I'm hoping that's all the plot, you know, like just to get John out of the hotel, make him think that he's dead, or at least give him escape. But yeah, I hope not. Because that means the concierge has to die too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has his dog.
You're right. He has a dog.
The concierge still has his dog.
You're right.
John can't kill him.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. There's a scene in the taxi where he has one gold coin left. He gives it to the taxi driver. Yeah.
The dog is definitely still in the hotel because
it was in
when they meet
safe room.
when they that scene where they're on the couches with the ninja guy.
The dog.
Yeah, the dog's there licking his face the whole time.
Yep.
It makes the movie seem kind of funny.
It was funny because
super serious.
Yeah.
And John is just getting his face licked by the dog.
And he's just trying to put the dog away. The dog's like going ham on his face. John's like, it's too much.
He never named the dog. It's just dog.
Yeah.
It's just dog.
Man, it's great. Maybe that dog dies, in John Wick 4.
No, they can't.
I know they can't do it again. I know.
They can't do it again. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Like they didn't kill Halle Berry's dogs, right?
Yeah, it would have been too. It's been done already.
They can't kill her dog because they have 11 of them.
You're right.
So.
Just respawns. Another one spawns in.
They have 11 of them.
By the way, that dog, that puppy, like the director said they spent like a day. They went to like a breeder, and they just went through all of the puppies they had. And they're like, "What is the most heartbreaking one to kill?"
Oh, really?
Which one? And they picked out like
the saddest on-screen death.
Yeah, which one's gonna be the saddest to kill?
Oh,
and you're like, oh, this one. Look how adorable he is.
He's so cute.
No, not this one.
That's actually amazing.
That is amazing. Oh, they thought of everything.
Yeah, it's so great.
Oh,
it's so sad.
Yeah.
Poor puppy.
Oh well. Rest in puppies.
Rip in pepperoni.
Yeah, pepperoni.
Pepperonis.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but yeah, the ending though, I liked it because it's funny too. When Morpheus meets him and it's like, hold up your hand. And you see his, dang, you lost a finger, John Wick. And he just holds up the middle finger next. That's the humor I want to see. And then it's funny because like all his lines of dialogue are so simple. It's like, aren't you pissed? Like Morpheus is asking him. He just like looks up at the camera. It's like, yeah, I'm pissed. And it ends there. And you know he's gonna kill everyone. Like you already know. He's gonna kill everyone. No one is safe. And then like if Morpheus tries to betray him, he's gonna kill Morpheus too, because he's angry now. It's angry John Wick.
As if he wasn't angry before.
Yeah, he, like still with a lot of anger issues. I think he needs to go talk to Cap America, his support group. That'd be a nice crossover.
He could actually cross over, right? He could be oh no, I'm sorry. Constantine is DC. Constantine is DC.
They did do DC and Marvel crossovers.
Wait, Constantine was actually a great movie. Have you guys seen it?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Keanu?
It's Keanu and Tilda Swinton.
Oh yeah, Tilda Swinton.
Yeah. So good.
Wait, what about the TV show?
Never watched it.
Okay.
Never watched it.
Yeah.
I really liked the movie. It was.
Check it out.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that reminds me. There's a new Hellboy movie. I don't know if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
Not interested.
I mean,
if it's not Guillermo del Toro doing it, I don't care.
Del Toro. Oh no.
It's not Del Toro. No.
So it's not gonna be good, is what you're saying?
It's already out, dude.
Oh really? Hellboy?
It already released. It was not good.
Oh. You want to do that for our next movie? Next podcast?
Not particularly.
Did you like
want to?
Yeah.
Did you like Shape of Water?
I haven't seen it yet.
Del Toro? I thought that was pretty good.
I like Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Del Toro has like a very specific look and production design, like because he has like his team that he works with.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like Jackie Chan,
have, like those crazy creature effects and costumes.
Yeah,
and I love it.
Yeah,
and then like the new Hellboy just looked like dog shit.
Yeah,
I mean the older movies were not like amazing by any stretch, but I was like, this is watchable, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like they're all made with like care, right?
With love and care.
With love and
You're saying
care.
this one was it?
I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but the critical and audience reception is not great.
Let me look
You
it
do
up
bad
real
in
quick.
both. That's just really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so what is the plan for next week then?
Assassin's Creed.
No, absolutely not.
Why not? Why not? Detective
I don't
Pikachu?
want to waste my time with watching a garbage movie. Speaking of garbage movies,
Yeah?
I actually watched Batman v Superman, and I was like, wow, this was way more garbage than I thought it would be.
Really?
Do you want to talk
Wait,
about Batman?
what
v
about our
Superman?
scale?
No, I
Better
don't.
than Suicide Squad or worse than Suicide
Of course,
Squad?
better, but not that much better.
Okay, so slightly better. We'll give it 1.5 Suicide Squads. Does that sound correct? Like how much better it is? Like that's a rating scale. This is a rating scale now.
Yeah, it's probably like a 3, maybe a 4.
3 Suicide Squads.
3 Suicide Squads.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 times better than Suicide Squad. It's like,
It's like
I mean, there's some stuff there. It also suffers from really poor overall construction and scene-to-scene editing.
yeah, it's just all over the place.
And just like Zack Snyder's overall direction with the characters is just so depressing.
I feel like you should get rid of Zack Snyder, honestly. At this point, like, hasn't he done all of the DC movies?
Not Wonder Woman, not Shazam.
Okay, so he hasn't done the good
Wonder
ones.
Woman was,
That's what I'm hearing.
Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, she was really good.
She did a really good job.
Well, until the third act.
Yeah, until the third act, but up until then it was great.
until they hand it off to whoever directs the action scenes.
It's a Dragon Ball Z fight scene.
Yeah, that was the third act. There was some bad stuff.
Dude, I don't. The one thing that still broke it for me is, you know, like Mars, right? He's supposed to be the god of war, and there's a scene where he's in his armor, and it's being revealed, right? He's in a pit, takes his helmet off, he's just yelling angrily at the camera, but he still has a freaking mustache, so it looks goofy as heck.
It's still like the English guy.
Yeah,
like
like
super buff.
what? He's supposed to be buff and like angry, like, you know, he's god of war. He's he's a British gentleman.
I thought it was. I hated it at first, and then I really liked it for how goofy it was.
Yeah, it's so goofy. It's just like. It for me, it was a comedic moment. It should have been like a dramatic reveal. You knew it was coming, but like, it should have been more dramatic. But instead, it's so goofy.
It was so goofy.
Just like takes it off. The first thing you see is his mustache. Like,
I don't know. Wonder Woman was probably technically the best DC movie, but like they could have done a lot more with it.
We're excluding the Batmans, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the DCEU. Which is excluding Nolan's trilogy. But they could have done so much more with it if they had no villain, right?
Yeah.
Like, or whatever the doctor of like general Nazi dickhead and
she's the fake villain, because you know Mars is the real one.
Like, have the fake villains, whatever, they're nothing, and they're meant to be nothing. And then Mars, if he was just there, but he was like, yeah, I'm here. I have done literally nothing. This is all on you guys.
That would have been so much better if he's like, yeah, man is evil.
It would have been so much more powerful, but it was just they took the easy, like, gotta have them punch somebody in the third act, you know.
I also didn't like it where Chris Pines just goes up in an airplane and dies, and then Wonder Woman's like,
a character named Chris heroically crashes an airplane.
Yeah, and she goes, and it turns Super Saiyan. Yeah.
It's the exact same Captain America thing, featuring an actor named Chris.
But instead of crashing,
he just dies.
The bombs away.
Yeah.
Instead of into the ground.
I wanted you to consider this as well. The Secret Life of Pets 2 got a higher critical score than The Dark Phoenix.
I mean, that's not surprising to me.
Really?
For everything I've heard about this film is that like everyone phoned it in. Everyone.
Really?
Because it was being filmed, and I don't remember if it was filming or was in post production during
for Endgame,
like the Fox Disney merger. So they knew they were about to get axed.
Yeah.
Like they were done. They were effectively like, this
Okay.
is it. Nothing we do here
This is
matters.
how we go out.
This is how we go out. And they went out with a whimper. They went out with like a fucking wet fart.
See some
Like,
poo coming out.
anything meaningful.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I mean, but like Dark Phoenix, I don't know. All the X-Men movies are quite bad, with like Logan being the exception.
Oh, Logan. It's a good one.
It's so good. It's just like Hugh
So
Jackman.
dark. It's so good.
It's so it's
Yeah.
so miserable. It's wonderful. It's so everything is so shitty that you love it.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. I legitimately loved it. But all of the X-Men movies have been so bad, and like it's just like the individual performances have been good, like Patrick Stewart, obviously
Yeah.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Superb
Even the
actors.
young
The new guys are great too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But,
the
like-
acting cast in those movies they do a really good job, but the plot is just some garbage, dude.
Yeah, the plot, because they don't build. They had a lot of movies, right? They've had like X-Men 1, 2, 3. They had
First
Days of
Class.
Future Past, First Class.
Apocalypse
They had
or
Wolverine,
Wolverine, the second Wolverine,
the second
and then
Wolverine,
Logan.
and then
Was there a third
Logan.
Wolverine? No, right? Yeah.
That's the X-Men Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
And then now Dark Phoenix. That's 10 movies.
Yeah.
10 movies. Okay, to build at this point in Marvel, they had 1.5 Avengers movies. Okay, to put that into perspective, they could have built literally many things in the space of 10 movies.
Yeah, the problem was
They could have built literally some things.
I liked
in the
First
space of
Class.
10 movies.
I
liked it.
I thought it
No,
was
First
like,
Class was really
oh,
good.
this I can see them taking this in a direction where it won't be so bad anymore, but then they just go down again.
But I mean, they've had so much time to build, and it's like building a sandcastle and kicking it over at the end of every movie.
Yeah.
And then Dark Phoenix is a story. It's like it's like Thanos. You need to build it, because Dark Phoenix is like this super powerful cosmic entity. And it's kind of a dumb story if you don't care about the characters at all, right? If
Yeah.
you don't give a shit
Yeah.
about Jean Grey, it's just like, who cares?
Yeah, if you're going to this movie fresh, it's like, yeah, who the hell's Jean Grey? Why do I care?
See,
Who gives a shit?
they make the mistake of not making the characters like the focus and likable and memorable, and if you don't have that, then no one's gonna care about your movie.
Well, they did it in First Class. They did a good job.
Yeah, I think they did.
Because that was the Xavier
Oh.
and Magneto movie.
Okay.
And that was
Oh.
great.
Okay,
That was
except for
very-
that's funny though. Like, there's a guy who's like, I can adapt to any situation, and you're like, who is this guy? I don't remember him in the X-Men, and he dies, right? You remember the throwaway dude?
Darwin?
Darwin, yeah, Darwin.
Yeah.
Darwin is actually really, really powerful in the comics.
Oh, really?
But
I didn't know
just
who he
dies like
was.
a fucking bitch.
Yeah, he just like
He's like, bleh.
He's like, blah, yeah. He's like, I can't. Oh, I guess he didn't adapt. You know what's sad though? Aladdin and Godzilla made more money than John Wick 3. Aladdin.
It's truly tragic.
It's tragic.
Oh, is the Godzilla movie out?
It is King of the Monsters. That's a funny meme. I think it
Can
was
I watch
on.
it here in Japan? Would that be very fitting?
That would be
Oh,
fitting.
you should.
Yeah.
You should. I kind of want to watch it.
I think
'Cause
it's
I
really
enjoy all the
good.
monster movies.
Yeah, I think there's a funny meme I saw on Dax for the Snackery, one of the older Discords. I just still peeking those. They posted an image where Godzilla is like walking over to the three-headed monster, and he's like, "Hold on, I gotta walk up to you so I can wreck you." You know, like, because Godzilla is like melee, other than a laser beam, but. Just funny, just thinking of a fat lizard. It's fat Godzilla too. I can't get over that.
I don't know. It could be good.
I think it's great. I think it's gonna be awesome.
As long as like the human elements are not like wet noodles, I'm sure it'll be okay.
The
Like the
audience
last
score
Godzilla
is
movie.
85% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I think it's
Okay,
made
okay.
for kaiju fans. You know.
All right.
But it's 40% for Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, critically, it's a movie about a giant lizard fighting other monsters. Probably not gonna get high critic reviews for that.
I don't know. Pacific Rim did okay critically.
I mean, yeah.
And that's as dumb as they come. Just giant robots.
All I'm saying is,
I love that movie, but like as a concept, it's fucking dumb.
It's pretty dumb.
We need to build giant mechs too.
Yeah, by giant monsters. Nacho Libre got 40%.
And then a rocket launcher comes out of his shoulder and shoots rockets.
Yeah, or there's the one with triplets and they got 3 arms.
He got 3 arms and like buzz saws.
Yeah, and it dies first.
Couldn't we just launch rockets from like a boat? No, you're missing the point.
And they spit giant robots, yeah.
We need nuclear reactors.
So then he get cancer too. It's funny, the guy at the end, I have cancer, and that's how he dies.
I have cancer.
Not by a monster, by a disease.
72% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Nacho Libre got 40%, and I think that movie is genius. Just not appreciated. Hot Rod? Hot Rod's price got really low too.
At least 60%, right?
Hot Rod got 39.
39%?
Yeah, I'm telling you, these critics have no taste.
Audience score 64%. Yeah.
Okay.
Feels bad. What about
Napoleon?
Napoleon. Yeah.
That was probably rated higher because it's not as stupid. Yeah, 71, 74. Yeah.
It's pretty stupid.
That's pretty stupid, but I'm like, not as stupid as Hot Rod and Nacho. Different kind of stupid.
I guess we could shoot for a Godzilla King of Monsters.
Oh.
Nah, dude.
Do you guys want to watch that movie this week?
I have not watched like any of the other Godzilla movies. So
I've seen them all at some point. I don't remember any of the details.
It's just a giant lizard fighting other monsters.
Pacific Rim Uprising.
I did not see Pacific Rim Uprising.
Oh, okay, I'd be down for that.
It came out last year.
No,
okay.
why? We're just gonna end up being jaded and end up hating every movie if we just do terrible movies, right?
I guess. I mean, if you want to do like Pacific Rim plus Pacific Rim Uprising and compare how one is done well, the other one's like a piece of crap, we could do that.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that?
Maybe
or we
do that.
Yeah.
Aladdin.
I was thinking Aladdin. No joke. I was thinking Aladdin.
I don't know, man. I really don't want to watch
I don't want to give money. I don't want to give money for Aladdin though. I don't want to encourage. I don't want to encourage these movies to be made. Like.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm just saying. Mortal Kombat still on the table.
Should we do some Asian martial arts film? Like The Raid.
The Raid.
The Raid.
They took my elephant.
They took my elephant. Yeah.
My elephant.
Give me my Ombak. Yeah. How dare you touch my elephant?
Asian John Wick.
Yeah.
Have we all seen Ombak?
I've seen Ombak. Yeah.
Have you seen the Ombaks?
I think I've seen all of them. I don't remember. I've seen one.
It's a pretty solid one.
I don't remember if I saw The Protector.
Those are pretty good too with Tony Jaa.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, well, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I don't know why, but I'm leaning towards Aladdin, but I don't want to pay money for it, so.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I don't want to give any money.
I don't want to give any money to that. I don't want to support that.
How about we do? I guess we should try Pacific Rim and do like a genre shift.
Okay.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle. That'd be enough of that.
All right. So Pacific Rim for next week.
Pacific Rim. Is that an affirmative?
We're gonna do Pacific Rim.
I'm down because we can either go into Godzilla from Pacific Rim or switch to something else entirely. So that works out either way.
I don't think it really matters what we go to.
It doesn't matter. This is the bad cast. It's bad. Like this doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Other than our movie rating score, which we now rate in terms of how much times better it is than Suicide Squad.
Do we compare literally every movie now?
Yeah, we got to compare every movie.
Or is it only action films?
No, every movie. This is our scale. We have to have something that separates us from everyone else, and this is our thing.
I mean, it's fine having given the Suicide Squad 1 out of 10. Everything else is just a multiple of 1.
Or what if it was a 0? You know, that's the problem. How do you get a multiple of 0?
This is where we start.
Yeah, this is where we start. Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, it's just something stupid. It's like the gold coin in John Wick. It has no actual value, but we just make it up on the fly and just don't think too much about it.
Can we just be a Suicide Cast?
Yeah.
I'm still down for Pointy Hat Cast. That's a pretty
Pointy Hat Cast, yeah.
Pointy Hat Cast.
I'm down for that. Hey, we should get. Can you imagine the merch? You just have pointy hats that you just sell. Those are gonna be expensive.
Triangles.
Yeah, triangles. Yeah.
Do like a tricorder hat?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be amazing. We're forming, like how Mob Psycho season 2, they form a religion around Mob. We have one around the pointy hat guy. We're just like, who is this guy? We must find out. We just have like a gathering of people who are like, we must find this man. He is our hero.
We have to have one podcast just dedicated to us for like 3 hours trying to dig through the IMDb page.
I'm down. We will find Pointy Hat Man in Thor Ragnorak. It's the last thing we do, and we're gonna have him as a guest host if we ever get big. Be like,
oh, I can't wait. I can't
wait either. We gotta have an actual studio by then, so we gotta welcome our hero with the proper pomp. You gotta have like a red carpet out for him. We'll be wearing pointy hats.
John Wick Chapter 4 announced 2021.
Obviously, yeah. I knew they were gonna make it. By the way,
hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm excited. That's one thing. Yeah.
Keanu film, Man of Tai Chi.
How about The Lake House? His best movie.
What movie?
The Lake House.
Oh, Ilmer.
The Lake House.
The Lake House.
Is that about the doctor that sends post through time or something like that?
I don't know. All I know is that it's a romantic movie and just trying to pretend. I'm trying to imagine Keanu.
That was filmed in my town.
Really? The Lake House?
It was filmed in my town. Yeah.
Are you in the movie?
No.
That would be incredible.
I saw him filming it though. He was here. They had to import a bunch of snow because they filmed it in the middle of the summer. It was a winter scene.
Yeah.
They imported like a truck of snow and they're just shoveling it on the street corners.
Oh, it's based on a Korean drama?
But that was a while ago. It was pretty cool seeing him in person. He was just wearing like a black long sleeve shirt and just pounding down Diet Cokes.
Awesome. Diet Coke. You need that aspartame,
Yeah. I haven't watched the movie. I just didn't care that much at the time.
Okay, yeah. I didn't notice, but apparently The Lake House is based on a Korean movie called Shiwol-e, which means time transcending love. Obviously, all the Korean stuff is all about love.
Should we do like some Korean movie?
No, let's do The Lake House. Let's do The Lake House. It's either The Lake House or The Notebook. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You want to do a Korean movie? I've seen a few.
How about Monster?
Host?
Yeah, The Host.
Boy.
The Man from Nowhere. I saw the
Train to Busan yet.
Well, you guys don't want to do The Lake House?
What's that movie? What's that movie? 300-pound Beauty or whatever?
Yeah.
500-pound Beauty?
I think it's 300-pound Beauty. I think that sounds right. 500-pound would be massive. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's check.
200-pound
200. Oh man.
I like how we grew.
Yeah, like 200 is considered fat for Koreans. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 200 is fat in Korea.
Like 200 is like average in the US,
Yeah.
Bet.
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 What about Snowpiercer?
Yeah, that could be good. I've seen that. I could rewatch that.
Snowpiercer, Sam?
I did.
You don't want to do it?
No, I'm fine. I just want to know where the children go after they work on the train. You know, how do they poop? How do they get fed? I'm asking the important questions here. Where do they
we
sleep?
can talk about it. We can talk about it.
We can write a fanfic about this. You know, we'll write our own Snowpiercer fanfic live on air, and we'll.
I mean, if you're paying attention, none of the geometry of the train makes any sense.
You're right. It's just symbolism.
There's no logical progression.
No, there's no like basis in the real world.
But I want there to be. Just imagining. Where did they get all the cockroaches from?
Every time he looks left,
yeah,
that means he's going forward, and every time he looks right, it means he's looking back.
Really? Okay.
Amazing cinematography right there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
A camera, B camera, George Lucas prequels.
The action is simple to follow. It's the hallway scene, but in a train.
Just one long fucking
yeah,
hallway.
it's one long hallway. It doesn't end. You're right.
The whole movie is a hallway. Is Train to Busan any good? I never watched it.
I haven't seen it.
It's a zombie movie, right?
Yeah, a zombie movie. It's supposed to be pretty good, right? Have you guys seen The Host? I think I've seen it like 8 times now.
I've seen it a couple times.
I haven't seen it.
Good.
Yeah. Kim Moore?
Monster.
Old Boy.
Old Boy.
Old Boy.
Old Boy is probably one of the best movies I've seen.
Memories of Murder. Isn't Old Boy and Snowpiercer, they're both Bong Joon-ho, right?
I don't know. I don't remember the names in Korean.
Well, no, right? The director, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he made Okja too.
Oh, Okja was okay.
I never watched it. You
You
didn't like it?
It was just mediocre to me. Did you watch it, Barry?
Wow.
Which one?
Okja? The super giant pig?
I never watched it.
Oh, I have not watched that.
Yeah, I don't. It wasn't like terrible per se, but it didn't stick out. There's like not enough positives for me to recommend that movie. Other than you not having anything else to watch. Like, yeah.
Should we do a Japan themed video? Like,
Death Note? You want to watch Death Note live action?
Lost in Translation?
No, you're talking about good movies, Isaiah. This is the bad cast.
Exactly. You gotta stop doing bad movies, man.
Hey, we did John Wick 3 today. You know, that's good. We did Endgame. You know, I think Suicide Squad just ruined it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made us jaded and angry, you know.
I'm glad I could recommend that.
Yeah, I know, right? It was a terrible idea.
You can never...
I can't believe you convinced me to watch it again.
Yeah, I can't unwatch it.
But that's the thing. You have to watch these truly terrible movies to really appreciate when you get a good one.
Yeah, right. You're right. You're like, at least it's not Suicide Squad.
Gives you a brand new appreciation for all the mediocrity out there. At least it wasn't Suicide Squad.
You guys have all seen Lost in Translation, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it a couple times.
Sam?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, no?
Yeah.
It's good. It features 17-year-old Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, awesome. That's hot. I guess.
And what, like 30-something-year-old
Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
At the time?
Yeah. 30-something.
And that was Sofia Coppola's directorial debut, right? She's
yeah.
Who's the daughter of Francis Ford Coppola, who
did
made Apocalypse Now. Yeah.
Wait, didn't he do what is those mafia movies?
The mafia movie?
With Brando?
Godfather?
Godfather, yeah. Didn't he do Godfather?
I think
I don't know. The names seem familiar. You know,
yeah,
I watched
Godfather
and I was like, this is okay. I don't know why this is considered one of the best movies.
I have never watched Godfather.
Really?
The Godfather movies. Yeah.
Barry, have you watched it?
Nope.
I think
apparently they're required viewing for all film students.
I thought it was overrated.
Yeah?
Yeah, like
should we watch The Godfather and Godfather Part 2 and do a retrospective?
I think that might
they're very long.
Yeah, they're very long. I'm down for Godfather 1.
If we watch one, doesn't that mean we have to watch 1, 2, and 3?
We don't talk about the third one. So the movie rule: the third one is the worst one. It's garbage, right?
But you just watched John Wick 3. So
Yeah, we just watched John Wick.
Okay, the good movies, they break their rule. Like Return of the Jedi. I like
Return
that.
of the Jedi was not the best of those.
No, I'm just saying it was good. I wasn't saying it wasn't the worst one. I liked it because it was a mix of action.
What about Toy Story 3?
Oh, that was okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm just saying usually.
Toy Story 1 and 2? No?
I think from memory, I think Toy Story 1 is probably the strongest for me. Still?
I think I liked Toy Story 3 the most.
Really? Is it the one with the
I
garbage scene where they're like, it's funneling into like a furnace or something at the end?
Oh, I was so hoping they were just gonna end the movie there.
They get wrecked. They get burned.
It just cuts to black and that's into this roll credits. I would have been like, bravo, bravo.
They all died. Awesome.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the amount of like traumatized children across the U.S.?
That would be amazing.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Truly.
Or just like, oh, if I worked in a movie theater, I would totally just stop the projector. I would just stop the projector.
And you gotta like roll credits.
Fast forward the digital copy all the way to the credits. And just play like that's it.
Oh, okay.
Get him so good.
Got him. But if you're The Godfather, I'm down because I feel like, for me, again, like I don't care how good the trappings or the surroundings of a film is. If the characters and the story don't grab me, then I don't care. It for me when I watched it. What?
It's not a Citizen Kane where
I didn't hear you.
it's like brilliantly shot, but there's no story. Isn't it supposed to be pretty good though?
Yeah, the shots are incredibly well done. I think I still remember the wedding scene. Don't remember, but yeah, I think it's well shot. But I was bored the entire time.
For Citizen Kane?
Not Citizen Kane. I mean Godfather.
Oh, Godfather.
Yeah. I was bored. I gangster movies aren't for me, but like when I was watching, I was like, I'm not interested at all.
You know, it's a really good gangster film. The Departed.
The Departed. I watched it and I thought it was okay.
It's based off a Chinese film.
Yeah, I watched the Chinese one and I was like, oh, this one's better.
Yeah, the Chinese one is actually
better. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Dude, Team America? Is that it?
Apparently, that was not supposed to be how that character was portrayed, but when they got the casted, like when they got the props, like the one for Matt Damon just looked fucking retarded. Right? They're like, fuck it, we're doing it.
Dude, that movie is so good. Like when I first watched it, I was like, how can this movie be any good? It's just puppets. But then it's so funny. Like it's so nothing is sacred in that movie. Nothing is sacred.
Durka.
Yeah, Durka. Oh my god. Yeah, you can't do that now, you know, you're gonna a lot of people.
Oh, you could totally do it now. I think it would still work.
Really? I don't know. Everyone's too butthurt.
I think it's more important to have a movie like that now.
Okay. I don't know.
I feel like it's possible, yeah.
Possible, okay.
Look at Deadpool. Like it's pretty insensitive.
You're right.
Completely insensitive.
But it still does extremely well, you know?
Right. SJWs haven't ruined it.
It has to be so gratuitous that dumb people are so become desensitized to it and you can deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Team America was so over the top and gratuitous with all of its racism and whatever that people were like, yeah, it's funny.
All right, so have you settled on a movie for next week? We got Pacific Rim, we got Godfather,
Kung Fu Hustle. I guess we just need to watch all these fucking movies.
Kung Fu Hustle. Not all of them. We can just pick one, you know? We don't have to do all of them.
Because we go along, you know, see what happens.
You know, Constantine, just throwing it out there, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Constantine wouldn't be bad.
If you wanna follow the next Keanu movie, yeah, we can do Constantine.
Should we do another Keanu movie?
Speed?
I've
Speed?
actually never seen Speed.
Really? It's so stupid.
Oh, it's so great. It's wonderful. It's so dumb.
It's so
Wait,
dumb.
do we want to watch a bad movie?
It's like, the concept is you can't slow down on the bus, otherwise it explodes.
Because the entire cast is in John Wick.
I think the cast for Speed is in Lake House. I'm just throwing it out there. Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves. There's a house.
Yeah, I think Speed is another movie that I believe got produced the same way that Die Hard 2 got made, which is they took like an off-the-shelf script.
Yeah.
And just put some actors, like well-known actors on it, and just like rework the whole thing.
You can tell because there's no logical flow to the story at all. It's just dumb.
It's like really generic, really simple premise. And it's just like it could be anyone doing these things, but it's fucking Keanu.
All right, well, we can go down a Keanu hole, but I like that. Yeah, you want to do Constantine?
Let's just fucking do like The Matrix.
Oh, first Matrix movie?
No, all of them.
Just do The Matrix.
All of The Matrix?
Yeah.
Have we all seen all of them?
I've seen all of them.
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
I've seen all of them a couple times.
I think I've only watched the second and third one.
The third one I didn't understand.
The first one, like, maybe 4 times.
And my buddy had to explain to me what was happening. Because I didn't understand it at all.
I've also seen the Animatrix a bunch.
I saw the Animatrix as well, yeah.
No, I never saw the Animatrix.
I don't think it's worth watching.
Does that explain anything? Does that explain anything?
No, it's just like mini episodes.
No, they're just little vignettes.
Yeah, different animation styles.
Okay.
Like
they're pretty good.
They are.
I enjoy it. I would love to do the Matrix. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just go down the Keanu rabbit hole, man.
I'm just saying, eventually.
After that, okay, the week after, we have to do Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the Lake House, and I was excited.
I thought you were gonna say Point Break, dude.
No, we're going back in time.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess we could do Point Break and then Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Point Break and then Bill and Ted.
Well, what about the Lake House? We gotta fit that in somewhere.
I mean, we could just weave it into and out of this fabric of Keanu that we're creating.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he was in Hamlet. No.
Quite possibly.
He was in one of the Shakespeare movies that Kenneth Branagh directed, where he was the villain, and he was not that great in it.
A Knight's Tale? No, that's a Heath Ledger movie.
Let me look it up real quick.
Romeo Must Die? No, that's a Jet Li movie.
No, that's a different one. Yeah.
What? Oh my! Let's do Your Name, guys.
What's Your Name? Oh, the anime?
Movie.
Yeah.
The enemies.
Enemies? No. We gotta take bad animes only, alright?
But which one? There's so many.
Let me check Hamlet. He's a villain in one of them, so.
Well, let's just make a call.
Yeah.
You're right.
We're just gonna make a call.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote for The Matrix. I would love to talk about that.
I'm voting for the Lake House. Best movie Keanu did.
Wait, so I decide between the two, or do I just throw out a second, third vote? I vote Lost in Translation.
I'm voting for Lake House and Aladdin. They come packaged together.
I refuse. Can we remove Sam's right to vote?
Hey, I'm a citizen. I have the right to vote.
You don't pay taxes, Sam. I'm taking away your right to vote.
No taxation without representation.
Have you guys seen
yeah?
What, The Untouchables?
Yeah, that was also okay to
French
me.
Film?
I think I have. I don't remember. I'm gonna say no, just because I don't remember.
Oh wait, you said Intouchables or Untouchables?
Yeah.
The Intouchables.
Okay, I didn't watch that. I watched the
Not the
Untouchables, which is a gang movie, a mob movie.
No, it's not a mob
Okay.
movie. It's about this guy, really rich Parisian aristocrat who becomes a paraplegic.
I think you
and
mentioned
then
this
he
movie.
hires
Yeah.
someone to take care of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw that.
Okay.
I'm just looking at IMDb.
Anyways, we'll just do the
Good movie.
Matrix for now, I guess. It's the easiest to
Mhm.
trash because there's a good movie and then there's a bad movie, and then third one is kind of like okay, I guess. And like
There's a lot to talk about there.
yeah, like the third one, I didn't get the story, but
How do we
once
talk? I'm just trying to wrap my mind around how we talk about the Matrix because it's so. There's so much to it.
let's just dive in and whatever I guess we're the most passionate about will outweigh
I mean, we
everything.
could talk about
Yeah.
cultural influence on cinema since then. We could talk about how fucking weird the Wachowski brothers are.
You mean sisters now?
Wachowski sisters now, is that right?
Yeah, they're both sisters.
Wachowski brother and sister. Are they both?
Yeah, they're both now. Yep.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a thing.
We
Yeah.
could talk about that. We could talk
Yeah, the
about
Wachowskis. Are they both girls now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're the sisters now. So, yeah.
I mean, whatever. But we can talk about that. We can talk about
We could talk about some of their movies too. The Wachowskis, like,
yeah,
dude,
their other
Speed
Jupiter,
Racer.
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
All right, we did it. Speed Racer is our next movie. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just,
we can talk about all the influences to and from this movie, which would be a good discussion.
yeah, or like the filming methods, you
Like
know.
They worked on Ninja Assassin. What
Really?
the hell?
All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll do the Matrix trilogy, but if it's too much, we'll just cheap out and do Constantine because it's one movie. So
But you haven't seen Constantine, right?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. So, wait, what do you mean by cheap out? Once we start going, it's.
Oh no,
This train has no brakes when she starts.
I mean, like not when we're talking about it. I'm just talking about like in the middle of the week where like, oh, I can't watch 3 Matrix movies. I don't want to. All right, let's just switch to
Well,
Constantine.
we've all seen all 3, right?
I don't remember a lot.
I've seen The Matrix like dozens of times.
I gotta rewatch all 3 of them.
Matrix 2 and 3. I've only seen a few.
Yeah, probably have to see 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Don't really want to watch 2 and 3.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, even though the movies aren't that bad for me, at least, like sometimes it's kind of grueling watching it again. Like if you told me to watch Godfather again, I'd be like, I don't want to do it. Like it's so boring to me.
Well, the movies aren't really boring.
Not The Matrix. I'm just talking about Godfather in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in general. In
Right.
Specificity. Specifically. There you go.
Right.
All right, you know what? Let's just end it here first. We've been going off on
Yeah.
so many tangents. How many? This has been a 3-hour podcast. Not bad. That felt longer. That we were going on for forever there.
No.
No.
It's pretty short, actually.
Yeah, pretty
'Cause there just
short.
wasn't
You're
enough
right.
plot.
You're right. We need to talk on at least 2 hours more, and then we can quit. But I'm just kidding. We can do that. But
I mean, a podcast is going to be a lot quicker when it's a movie that we all like, and it's a movie that's fairly simple
yeah.
in its
Yeah.
overall construction.
Yeah. I think
We need a movie where we
Yeah.
where we disagree, like Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. What do you mean? I think we're all in agreement that it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
You know what? We should definitely talk about it. Let's save it for like when the Rise of Skywalker is
Yeah,
coming
let's do it
out.
for Christmas. You know.
Okay.
We'll do a Christmas
special.
Last Jedi.
Yeah.
You're right. Christmas
special.
Last Jedi special.
Well, in front of a fireplace, we got pipes out. We're smoking tobacco,
Yeah.
drinking whiskey.
Do you have a pipe? Because I do actually.
I have a
I
pipe.
do as well.
I don't smoke, but
Wow,
I have a
you're-
pipe.
We're 3 gentlemen.
Yeah,
Sam doesn't smoke though, so he might throw up.
that's my brother's pipe.
I'm not a fan of smoking them. Actually, I'd probably rather smoke a cigar.
Really?
It's just such a pain in the ass.
But it's so much more enjoyable than smoking a pipe. It's just so much smoother.
Yeah, but it's just easier to light up a stogie, dude.
I see.
I
It's
could
just
light
easier.
up so like you gotta fucking clean out your pipe. You have to tap your tobacco. You have to make sure it's at the right humidity, and like otherwise you just won't stay lit. Then you're like, oh my god, I could just be smoking a fucking cigar.
At that point, you should just smoke a cigarette because
Just tape
you want
like
it fast.
4 cigarettes together, and it's a cigar. There you go. Cigarette.
Or just paint 'em.
False.
I know.
False.
I know. But anyways, let's end here. So next week we'll be talking about the lake house. I'm just kidding. We're talking about the Matrix. If plans change, we'll do Constantine instead. We'll decide. But yeah, so far Matrix trilogy, all 3 Matrix movies. Catch us on. Do you like the Sunday time better than Saturday late night for you guys? Or
I'm down with either, but like the problem with Saturday is sometimes like last night I work super late.
yeah,
By super late, I mean like super early.
yeah, I know,
into
like super
Sunday.
late into the morning. I get it.
Yeah.
I guess it'll be up to Barry then. Barry's schedule.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, it works out. All right. Wait,
Like,
For
it's
me, it'd be Sunday or Monday. So
this is
Yeah, fine with me.
3 p.m. for you, right?
yeah, it's 3 p.m. right
Okay, I feel like that might be a little inconvenient because that's prime time. Might be out doing stuff, but we'll figure it out. Anyways,
Well, it's only in
Yeah.
Japan for like another another week.
No, I'm gonna be here for a while.
Yeah?
So I'm just in Kyoto right now. Well, my parents live in Tokyo, so
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I'm headed up to Tokyo in like 2 days, and I'll probably be there for at least a month, I think. And
Oh,
then I'll
cool.
probably head to Korea for maybe a month,
busy.
and
Dang,
then
dude.
I'll come back beginning of August, late June or late July, I think. Yeah.
All right,
All right, dude.
we'll have to figure it
Yeah.
out, but yeah, we'll end with that. Thanks for everyone dropping in. Let me check my dashboard. Let's do this. I'll say my thanks, and then we can all say bye and just get on out of here. All right, we
Mhm.
got Springs, we got Mr. Mac, Trying to Kill X, Sticker Fan, Oakface Gaming, IRECFat137, Agency on Drothmar, Multi-Do. Thank you for the host. And we had Drew the Man. He's still playing I think Oblivion right now. Drew the Man. We got Caddison R. And Kellen Calmore dropping by in chat. Thank you, appreciate it. Caddison R, hit us with a follow, dude. This is, I think, the first new follow we got doing our podcast.
Wait, did you get someone last week?
Last week, I don't remember.
I think you did, right?
There might have been one other guy. He was chatting, but I don't know if he hit us with the follow. But yeah. Anyways, hey, we did 5 episodes so far. I don't think we would have come this far. We guess at least 1 or 2 follows. That's great. And yeah, there's a guy named Liked the Butt who said hi, Dad. I think he was just memeing, and then he left. All right, that's it. That's been the Badcast, episode 5. We're talking about in the recap John Wick 3. We went off on some tangents about Korea and Japan, some travel stuff, some things about dogs, other movies. Anyways, John Wick 3 is somewhere in there. We have a new rating system based on how many times better it is than Suicide Squad. That's our thing now. Don't take that from us. We don't copyright that. And I forgot to introduce everyone. I'll do it at the end, I guess. Hello, I'm Sam, or Ducky O'Brien. We got Barry here, who's Awesome Factory, and then Isaiah is Ice4467. Alright, I think that's it. We're gonna sign off here. See you guys next week. Either Sunday at around 9 p.m. US Central Time, or Saturday around 1 a.m.-ish US Central Time. I know it's a little inconvenient, but Isaiah's in a different time zone and different country, so doing our best here. If anything, it'll be uploaded. I have VODs up and a YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, just type in the exclamation point YouTube into chat and you can get that URL. Anyways, we are out. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
See us.